So, before we actually get back into the in media res of where we left off last time, there's an important tidbit because apparently Tegan can't be put to sleep, which we'll resolve in a moment because at the end of the last session he was being put to sleep. So what I need is that brown tile is the cart, obviously. Wait, with your two horses
Tegan
in front.
Was being put to sleep by who?
We'll cover that in a second. Before we get any further, though, I need to know who is in what position in the cart.
I remember I was there.
Yeah, you were in the back right corner. I remember that. But
were we? I just don't remember. What is this? Who is this? Is this?
That's
all that matters right now
is
who is where in the cart.
Are you asking me to recall where I was?
I am asking you. I don't expect you to recall. The only person I remember where he was Tegan.
Well, because
that's the only person who I remember.
Are we back all in the cart right now?
Yes, you're all in the cart.
Just put yourself
Are we on the horses or in the cart? Or where in the cart?
I think Bree might have been on the horses.
I talked about it, but I said I was going to be in the cart.
Okay.
I just listened to that part.
Okay.
I don't remember, but I'll assume I'm in the cart. Which one is me?
The crystal ball.
Oh, right. I'll be here.
By default, I'm in the only space remaining.
Okay. All right. So where we had left off last time was as you guys were traveling down the road, you'd already encountered some will-o-wisps and ghouls.
That's right.
You had taken them out. You got some silvered weapons, and I think an alchemist kit and some other, I think some money. Hopefully you kept track of that because I did not. And this is your second encounter on the road to Duncaster. And so what happened was you saw who you recognize as Alexi coming on a horse. Alexi being from the ship that Hagar Allgood had. And he was coming behind you guys on the road on a horse. He caught up with you. But when he caught up with you, he did not recognize you.
Oh, that's right.
And you guys kind of talked to him for a little bit to try and convince him. And then shortly after he arrived, another individual on horseback showed up. And
Do we want to just do one horse?
well, you guys have two horses.
Oh, okay.
So it might become important.
Is this Alexi?
Thanks.
No.
Or Alexi's past
The guy,
us?
Alexi is the guy in the armor.
Okay, so he's still here with us.
Yes.
He said, I think I remember that. I greeted him or something, and he didn't
He
recognize me.
did not recognize you at all. Didn't seem to remember who you were. This other person came up, and Alexi did recognize this other person, and they had a brief conversation. And then I believe she started casting a spell. You recognized what spell it was, Dimitri. I think you tried to hit her with an Eldritch Blast and then missed.
Okay.
And then she cast her spell, and Tegan fell asleep. But since we're going back, turns out apparently since Tegan is a Warforged, he can't actually be magically put to sleep. So I need to know how many hit points each of you have.
46.
Great.
39.
What was the roll? 52?
Yeah.
Where are my hit points on the sheet?
Was that it?
21, yeah.
That's your total hit points?
Mm-hmm.
21?
I think so.
No, you should have more.
That can't be right. You're level 5.
Oh, I don't know that I'm... How do we do... Okay.
So your
I need to
first
figure
level
it out.
was Warlock, right?
Yeah, it's 2 levels of Warlock, and then it's been all the rest Sorcerer.
Okay, so it'd be a D8. What's your Constitution modifier?
10. It's 0.
So it'd be 8 plus 5.
It's 2d8 plus... Oh, I forgot to add the d6s. I only had 1d6. It's 3d6.
Okay, yeah, but your hit points are going to be, because we'll just do
It's
the
like- is
average instead of rolling. So
Yeah,
it's-
is it like 3 or 4?
for each of your sorcerer levels, it will be 4.
4, okay.
So you'll have,
So-
for first level, you'll get max, so you'll have 8, which is the Warlock hit die. So you'll have 8, then the second level of Warlock, you'll get another 5.
8, 5 plus 12.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's 25.
only slightly more.
Yeah.
Still better than saying nothing.
Seems not right somehow, but whatever. That's I mean, the math works out.
Okay, so it's actually going to be,
5, and then 3, 3, 3.
in the
no,
retconning,
4, 4, 4, but that's still 12. Yeah.
based on position, it's going to be Quetzal that falls asleep.
Yeah, gotcha.
So you can go put Quetzal prone, and then we're going to roll for initiative to start out.
So did we see her? It's a her?
Yes.
Cast a spell?
Yes. I don't know that anybody actually identified what spell it was because it's an Arcana check.
Have we had a conversation with her?
You exchanged brief words, I believe, but there wasn't like a full conversation.
Did Alexi know her? You said yes?
Yes, he seemed to recognize her. So,
Were our
roll me
words
some initiative.
pleasant or like aggressive when we talked to her?
Well, it didn't seem aggressive until she started casting the spell.
Okay. So
Deb, you
just
roll
like
for initiative?
hello, and then she started casting a spell.
No, she talked to us a little
There-
bit. and
there was
so
a brief
we followed
conversation,
out,
but-
and seemed like nice and just confused and like you've got the wrong person, and I wasn't buying it. And then she started casting the spell.
Are we still moving at this point, or did we stop?
I think you guys had stopped at this
There was some
point.
weirdness about we had lassoed his horse or something. I don't know if.
Tried to lasso him.
You
Yeah.
missed him,
Alexi?
though.
Okay.
Well, I got him, but I didn't.
You didn't pull him, yeah. So, 20 to 25. 15 to 20. 10 to 15.
14.
12.
We always suck at initiative.
I know.
Because it's the first roll of the night. I'll give you guys a mulligan.
All right, 5 to 10.
9.
5. I might as well be asleep.
I'll shake you.
And that is...
Maybe.
It'll take me 10 initiative spots to actually wake up.
Okay.
Actually, I'll let one of them shake you.
Okay. Okay. Tegan, you're actually the first to react.
Okay. And it takes a full action to shake somebody, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm not going to shake.
Alternatively, you could just damage them, and that will also wake them up, of course. Then they will take
That
damage.
usually also takes an action
Yeah.
to damage.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm going to move here.
You're gonna climb off the cart.
Yeah.
Are we still moving or
No,
we?
No.
stop. 5, 10, 15, 20, right here. And I'm going to attack this person.
Okay.
11.
That misses.
Okay, second attack. Crit.
You roll a natural 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
26 actually.
Yeah. Natural crits always hit. And you'll roll your damage dice twice.
Okay.
That's a d10.
What's that? 8. There we go. 5, 3 plus 5, so 13.
Plus 5?
I rolled 8 plus 5 damage.
No.
Yes.
You shouldn't have plus 5. How do you have plus 5 damage? Is your strength modifier 5?
My strength modifier is 3 plus I have dual.
Oh, dual. I always forget that you changed your fighting style. Gotcha. So what's the total damage?
13.
Okay.
And then I want to use bonus action to, I guess, knock him off the horse.
Okay. You do a shove to knock him prone?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's competing athletics versus acrobatics or athletics. You got a 16.
You beat me. I got 11.
Okay. So she stays on the horse. Next is Lexi. Okay. Okay, Alexi's going to step forward one space, and he's going to attempt to grapple you.
Okay.
I got a 15.
I got a 13. So
Okay,
crap.
so you are grappled, and he's going to move. So he moved 5. He can move half
way?
speed. So he can move 3 spaces diagonally away from the group. And he takes Tegan with him.
Yeah.
What?
He's grappled.
I'm grappled.
Okay.
Okay, next is Bree.
And I can move through because I'm small.
Yes, you can. You can move through ally spaces normally anyways. You just can't
okay.
end in the same space.
Ching ching. I'm gonna wait. Remind me, can I cast Hunter's Mark? That's a bonus.
Hunter's
action?
Mark is a bonus action.
So I wouldn't be able to attack twice.
Correct. You would not get to use your bonus action to
But I
attack.
could
a
still
second time.
attack twice because
Because you have extra attack, yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on this full. Ow. And then attack. 23. And then
Are you putting a hat on him?
Just something to remember that he's Hunter's Mark.
okay,
Oh, I thought it
so
was a sombrero for a second.
that first attack is 7 damage.
Does it hit?
Yeah, 23.
Yes, that hits.
And then I will attack again. My second attack, does it have to be with a different weapon? I forget.
No, it's the same.
The same. Okay. Okay, I crit. And so I double. Well, how do you do that again?
You roll the damage dice twice. That includes the Hunter's Mark die.
Includes that.
Any dice.
When I double it?
Any dice.
Ooh. Okay, so that's 12. And then 13.
Plus your modifier.
Yeah.
You add your modifier one time, not twice.
Okay, so 12 and then 9.
Okay. So 21. That's good. That's a lot.
Tornado of
You
death.
do not take anyone from my party.
Okay. That is Alexi, just so you remember.
Oh, non-lethal.
It can be with the point you drop.
Yeah,
it.
you
okay.
can make that decision at the very end, but I'm just reminding you in case
No,
you
yes,
forgot.
I was actually
who
thinking
was
that
actually
before
involved in
I
this.
started swinging, and then I got excited
Okay.
because I crit.
So
The
next
rizzing
is
is Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Does it make you do more damage to somebody
Mm-hmm.
who's marked?
Okay, so she's going to ride. 60, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I think. More than 60.
Is she gonna attack our horses?
No, she's going to. So she reaches out her hands, and from three of her fingertips, you see these little beams of light that start really small, and then they kind of get brighter, and they shoot out in these crackling beams of energy at Dimitri. They look oddly familiar, Dimitri. These types of crackling beams. So
She's got 3 of them?
Yep.
Damn.
So that is an 11.
He misses. AC is 15.
Okay. That's a 17, so that one hits.
Hits.
And a 20, not natural. So that's 2 that hit. For a total of 16 force damage.
Ouch. Well, that's not great.
And then
It's just mean. He didn't do anything to her.
You've just been sitting on the card, looking at your crystal ball.
I know, man. Just chilling. Talking to Bree. Nice conversation.
she's going to.
Jump down.
Actually, no. She's going to
Jump
stay
down,
there.
turn around.
No, she's going to stay there.
Take the chance.
Next in the order is Dimitri.
Oh, good. All right.
I forget you have spells loaded in your ring.
Yeah, I do. And I wrote down which ones, but I'm going to go ahead and use a second level slot. I'm going to mark that down. And I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. And I'm going to send 3 rays at her.
Okay.
Or try to. Let's see. 21.
That hits.
Not as good. 14.
That hits.
Ooh, and a natural 20.
You don't have to confirm.
Oh, you don't have to confirm?
No. You get a natural 20. That's it.
Oh, so
I will point out that each of you has critical so far that has gone.
So what is?
We had to get
what
that
is-
bad roll out of the
So
way.
the Scorching Ray, each one does 2d6, I believe.
Right, but what is the effect of?
You double the damage. You
you're
roll the
right.
damage die twice. So you will roll 2 for the first one and 4 for the second one.
No, but you said the one in the middle hit, so they all hit, right?
Oh, they all hit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you will
So
roll 8.
I roll 8d6.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I have 8d6. I actually have more than 8d6 because
I've
another
got
game
about
I rolled
120.
20d6 or 30d6 before. 1, 2, 3,
You're playing
4,
Warhammer, I've got a bag
6.
full of them.
7, 8. All right. Okay.
Add it up.
15, 20, 30. I think that's a 1. 32 points of damage. No, sorry, plus 3. 35 points
Woo.
of damage.
That is a lot of damage. Turns out you can do a lot of damage when 3 people critical.
He missed. He didn't say harpoon.
That's right.
Okay, so she does not look great. Next is Ketzel.
Sleeping.
Still sleeping.
Doesn't
So,
he take a...
Tegan.
He doesn't do a
Nope.
save?
No, there's no save. Somebody has to either wake him up or he takes damage.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was going to wake
there's
you
a
up,
duration.
but-
But
Yeah, I think it's like an
I really
hour,
wanted to
though.
kill the person shooting me in
Or
the
10
face.
minutes. It's either an
Okay.
hour or 10 minutes.
I'm
did,
gonna
like-
move out of, so I'm gonna give him an attack of opportunity.
He's grappled you.
So I have to do a strength.
You'd have to break the grapple.
Okay, I'm breaking the grapple.
Okay.
That's athletics for me.
Yep. Yeah. I had 3, so
I got 18.
I got an 11. So you break the grapple.
Yeah.
Now you can move.
Was that
But-
my action to break
Yep.
the grapple? Okay. Is that an attack? He gets an attack on me?
Yes, because you're moving
Okay.
out of his range. But he misses.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my second win to get a bonus, or to attack, be able to attack. I'm going to attack him twice.
Okay.
9 plus 15
That hits.
and 19, 25.
That hits too.
Okay, and that's D8. 10 and 9, so 19.
Okay. Looks like she is at death's doorstep.
Okay. I'm done.
Okay. She's going to.
Is it Bree's turn?
It's actually Alexi's turn.
Alexi.
Sorry, it's Alexi. Poor Bree. He is going to grab Bree, so he's going to grapple you.
Okay. Do I roll for that?
Yes, I rolled an 18. I got a 21. Ooh. So you can add acrobatics or athletics.
Oh, plus 7, 26.
Okay, yeah, so he doesn't grapple you.
Don't touch me.
I did like a backhand spring to get out.
Nice. Yeah, it works. So then next is Bree.
I'm gonna cast. No. What would I roll if I wanted to like trip him?
You would shove him down basically, so that'd be an opposed athletics.
Okay, I'll just hit at him again.
Okay. Swing away.
Oh, no. 13. Oh, 12.
12 misses.
Oh, and I rolled.
You get a second attack.
Oh, I critted.
Non-lethal.
Yeah, do you have?
Yeah, non-lethal damage.
Well, I don't know that you're close enough.
6, so that's 10. And then 7, so 17.
Whew. Okay. So he is also bleeding from many parts of his body.
She's over here.
Non-lethally stabbing him down.
Yeah. They're very thin cuts.
I'm using the flat of the blade to
Okay,
pummel you into
so-
consciousness. Which, I mean, I've read
She's
that
gonna
before
go
in D&D,
next.
but that just sounds really unpleasant. Like,
It does.
I mean, okay, fine, it's a pipe and not an edged weapon. You're still bludgeoning me
Yeah,
into
with a big old
unconsciousness.
piece
Like,
of-
that doesn't sound good for
big
my
old piece of
long-term
metal.
health. I just don't.
I'm just hitting you with the hilt of my
Right.
sword.
Again, that's still pretty sure that's still a trip to the ER at some point.
Right?
Okay. She starts uttering some words that you don't really understand. And
Does he get an
make a
attack
wisdom
opportunity
saving throw.
'cause She's casting.
Nope, not how it works.
So I have a question about that after I
Wisdom.
do my wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Wisdom. Is it just wisdom?
There's a saving throw for it.
Wisdom?
Yep. The saving throw. So yeah, +1.
So 5.
Okay, so you fail that. So
Before we go anywhere,
Great. So now Tegan's gonna kill us all.
what was the shield mastery do? I don't remember.
If she can't kill
you
us
can
all.
use. It's only for dexterity saving
Damage,
throws.
okay.
Yeah.
So-
if a spell makes you do a dexterity saving throw for half damage, you can basically reduce it all with your shield.
Okay.
So the minute that she finishes speaking, you look in her eyes, and like suddenly her face looks like distorted and almost demonic. And when you see that, it just immediately instills this sense of horror
I'm scared.
in you, and you feel the immediate urge to run away as fast as you can. she then
Wait. So Veggie Pygmy is an old creature? I thought they were for Iron Gods.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Nope.
Since,
Before.
okay.
because she's not actually moving with her
Expedition
legs.
of Bear Beach.
Oh, that was one of the ones I had the DM crib. I never played it straight, so.
I mean, she's
You
not
didn't use
moving with
those.
her legs.
So she vanishes and
Okay.
reappears
Is that the one with the wave
far
as
away.
well?
No. That's
White Plume
White
Mountain.
Plume Mountain.
And actually, she vanishes.
Wait, she messed with his mind and vanished in one turn?
There's a little thing I like to call bonus actions. Because the bad guys get them too.
Well, it's bullshit.
Okay, so next
Hold on.
is...
I need to remember this from now on. I have advantage when wisdom saving throws. Insight, never mind.
Yeah, that's just the skill
Yeah,
check.
yeah,
Okay, so now it's Dimitri's turn.
Oh. Now it is. Can you do non-lethal damage with a spell? Probably not, right?
It doesn't actually really specify. I'd say sure.
Not with smite.
I mean, I'm sure not with like a set them on fire spell, but with an Eldritch Blast.
Sure,
is
it's force damage, yeah.
Yeah, you can
Break
just
their leg or something.
want to break his leg. Does he?
Give him a concussion.
Well, then wake up.
Okay, so
Cancel.
I'm gonna rouse the lizard as my I
Action.
forget the economy.
Takes an action.
As my standard action, I guess. And then can I do an intimidate as a move action, or is that also an action to like say something?
It would, if you're trying to make a skill check in order to actually have it like
That's
you,
an action.
you can speak. I've got no problem with that. But if you're actually trying to like do something that requires a check, that'll end up being an action.
Okay, that makes sense. I just don't know the action economy. Okay. And both of them are still up and look all right.
Yeah.
And he's not hurt, right? Ketzel's not obviously
hurt at
bleeding
all.
or anything. He's just
Just woke up,
unconscious.
yeah.
He just had a
Okay.
good nap.
Okay. Then I will say, we can still talk. You can end this now, but if you continue, someone's going to die. And I mean, I say that loud enough, hoping she's in the vicinity to hear, and hoping maybe Alexi sort of snaps out of it. Probably not, but
Okay. Next is Ketzel.
I'll stand up
Okay.
and see there's combat still going on. I'll cast Shillelagh as a bonus action, and then I guess that's all I can do. Well,
You can
I'll
move.
jump out. I'll
How
just
far
jump
do you-
out.
right here?
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Next is Tegan. You feel the immediate urge to run away. In fact, it's so strong that it's all you can do.
Okay, so how
And
far
she-
did just off?
Use your dash action.
she got off.
In which direction?
Let me
Because
see.
I can run zigzag throughout this whole map.
She got off the horse before she vanished, right?
Yes.
No, she just vanished
No.
from the horse. She went from the horse. You see her, and then she disappeared.
Okay.
So I'm going to say you have to run away from her horse. So back the way towards your friends. While frightened, this creature must take the dash action and move away by the safest available route. So that'd be past your friends.
Okay.
On each of its turns, unless there's nowhere to move. If the creature ends its turn on a location where it doesn't have line of sight, so at the end of this turn, you get to redo your saving throw.
This
Okay.
feat is what lets you whap a spellcaster.
Oh, but you have to take a feat to do it. Oh,
60?
Yep.
But the good news is,
And then you can
The
redo
reason
your
why
wisdom
is
saving
if
throw.
somebody's
since
up
you can't
against
see it.
you,
Right.
and you cast.
16?
I
Okay.
think you may have a disadvantage. You may have some-
Yes,
disadvantage
that's
is
the
like his
feat.
range
I hope
attack,
so.
that's
So
not
you
his
feel like you've gotten
range
far enough
attack.
away that you
Like if I cast a
sense
defensive
of
spell,
calm
I
has
should be
returned.
fine.
Well, a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Next.
Yes, you don't automatically take an attack.
Right.
I guess you could do a
Okay,
bonus
that's
action
interesting.
if you've got one.
No, I'm good.
Okay, then next will be Alexi. He's going to try and shove Bree to the ground. So it's going to be my athletics versus your athletics or acrobatics. I rolled a 6, so you succeed in that. He's being rather ineffective.
She crit again.
No, I
Next is Bree.
I'm just gonna.
Cut at his,
So,
slash his cankles.
I noticed that she's gone, and so I just say, Alexi, do you know us?
And he looks to use his. I know that you are my enemy, and that you must die.
Okay, I guess I'll attack him again.
Okay.
Non-lethal. I don't know how close I am. I just want to make that
just
very
roll.
clear.
It's clear. You want it to be non.
Because I forgot once, and I like murdered some guy.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you stabbed him right
I got 23.
there. That hits.
Okay.
You get 2 attacks. You can do both of them at the same time.
It's not a D4. It's a D6 and a D8 are your damage dice.
Oh yeah, D8. What?
A lot.
Oh, I see. Okay, because I started. Okay, yeah. So 9, 13.
Okay. You. How do you do this?
How do you not murder him?
Yeah.
So
How do you not murder?
Oops, I slipped.
that's because I'm attacking with my rapier. So like
It's a real pointy sword.
it's really pointy. So like I get him like right at the cusp of like really giving up, and I just like hold it where it's like just poking him, and I don't like shove it all the way in, and then he just like gives it.
Oh, that's really. Oh.
Yeah.
And he passes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does he say?
He's on. No. He
Ow.
says, "Ow, that's really." Oh.
Oh.
Okay. So next, you see the horse.
Stop that horse.
And you see her reappear. And you see her raise her hand one more time and look right at Dimitri again. She points her fingers. Let's see. So that is a 16, a 19,
Dang it, Ryan! I haven't even finished reading the magic rules. You're gonna make me read the
and a
death
17.
rules. Seriously?
15
You're
to
making
the
me
AC,
read too
so
many
they all
rules.
hit.
Wait, how much damage did you take before?
16.
What was your AC?
15.
Okay. So they all hit then.
And you take 57 points of damage.
Doesn't matter. The only number is 0. Right?
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
you're just down to 0.
Unless the first one were to drop him down and he takes 2 more hits, in which case that would count as 2 death saves.
Right.
Unless you take
So let's see
enough
what the first one
damage to the massive damage. How does
Yes,
that
if
work?
you take an amount of damage past 0 that equals your maximum hit points, you instantly die.
Right.
That seems unlikely though.
Yeah.
I mean,
As he crits 5 times.
Did the kids feed the dogs?
Okay. Yes, they did.
I can't seem to
Okay,
keep straight.
22 points of force damage.
Okay, I'm definitely unconscious. Hold on, let me see. I had 9 hit points left.
I mean,
So-
you didn't get hit with 20 plus,
So
so
20, yeah, okay.
So,
So-
9 minus 22. Yeah, so you're not instantly dead.
Is 12.
Wait. Hold on. You were at 9 before?
Yes.
So you would have gone down after the second one, the second blast. So the third blast makes you fail a death save
Okay.
because they're individual attacks. So the first 2 get you below 0, and then the third blast hits you, and you get 1 failed death save from it hitting you.
Okay, what does that mean?
So each of your turns that you're unconscious, you roll a death saving throw. If you roll above a 10 or above, you get a success. If you roll below 10, you get a failure. Once you have 3 failures, you die. If you get 3 successes, you're stabilized. When you get hit while you're unconscious, it doesn't matter for how much damage it does, but if you get hit, you fail a death save.
Okay, I assume, I played D&D enough to assume that since I'm unconscious, I cannot heal myself. All I can
Correct.
do is...
You can do nothing.
Is a save, death save.
Yes, and it's your turn, so now make a death save.
Okay. It's just a D20 roll?
Uh-huh.
5.
So you fail another one.
Fail. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. So next is Quetzal.
Bonus action healing word. Look, you have no longer failed all your saves. You get back 8 points of damage.
So you're at
does
8.
that-
Yep,
I'm at
that
8.
resets everything.
Yep, and it resets the death
So
save.
if you get
That's
if you
how I
get
thought.
if you get dropped again,
Uh-huh.
you don't start at 2 failed death saves. You start at
It starts
0
back
failed
over.
death saves.
See, that's how I thought Pathfinder was, but it's not.
Nope.
That's how I wish it was.
Yeah. So that was my bonus action. For my action, taking this.
Okay,
check
but
out.
Ketzel's, since I was unconscious, I'm prone.
Yeah.
Is this a wagon that has like cover or like if
No,
he's
it's an
okay.
open top wagon. Covered wagons is
Can
much
we
more
ride the
expensive.
horses, and how far can they run?
I'm going to call up a storm cloud
Oh.
and then call lightning down from that cloud.
What's the range?
120 feet.
Okay, you're within that.
And then I have to pick a point that's. I'll pick the point,
Yeah, you're within that.
right there,
Okay.
whatever, and everything within 5 feet. So the horse and her take 3d10 damage.
Okay.
So you may roll the same damage for both. or
You
roll
are
separately.
welcome to roll, but if you would like to just tell me how you do it, it won't matter what
She
number
has
you
one
roll.
hit
It's a
point
lightning
left.
bolt from the sky. Just. It's just.
So what happens to the horse?
Uh,
Actually, roll for the horse, I guess.
Does the horse die too?
Oh, we could ride it.
that's dinner.
You can do
So-
non-lethal.
No, we're not doing non-lethal with the lightning
Not
bolt.
lightning bolt.
Yeah,
6
yeah.
plus. It's 15 points. of
Okay,
damage.
the horse is still alive, but it's
Okay.
kind of badly hurt
Okay.
from getting struck by
I smell
lightning.
barbecue.
But she immediately upon getting struck by the lightning, it's one of those like you can like almost see her skeleton through the flash of light.
Yeah.
There's so
Like the
much
old Bugs
electricity
Bunny
surging through her
commercials.
body, and
we
she's
still
still
around?
smoking as she falls off the side of the horse.
Nice.
Are we out of rounds or still in rounds?
You are out of initiative order now.
Okay, I want to stand up and blast her several more times with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay,
Before you do that, I want to check her
roll to
corpse.
see if you hit.
Because
No,
I'm angry.
no, I
I
want
want
to
to know
check.
how embarrassing it is.
Okay.
Make sure you say her.
You actually have disadvantage because she's prone.
Just do it.
Look, just walk up to her and
Do
kick
it.
her.
That's what
Okay.
you would have done.
11. I assume that misses.
That misses, yeah.
Okay. 18.
That hits.
Okay. So that's
What? Just coming over here for pets, huh?
4. Oh wait, I have to roll each one.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was okay. So that was 4 damage, and then
Wait, do you have 3?
yeah. No wait.
You only have 2.
At 5th level, 3 means at 11th. Yes, you're right. Okay, so 4 damage, but that's a failed death
Yeah.
Hush.
save. What are you freaked out about?
Dogs.
Squirrel is not a big deal.
Is the horse hanging out there or is it running away?
It's hightailing it. So it runs off.
Is it within
And actually, go ahead.
Is it within 120 feet?
Sure.
I'll zap it again because I don't want it to live
Okay.
like in pain.
You kill the horse.
Okay.
Does it have any saddlebags on it?
It did have a saddlebag on it.
Ooh,
It died fairly
good
close
job
to
on killing it then.
So one thing that happens is when she falls down dead, smoking from the lightning bolt that just struck her. Bree, you immediately notice that who you saw as Alexi no longer looks like Alexi, and you don't recognize them. It's just some person.
Okay.
Was it a change in their clothes, a change in the face?
All of it.
All of it.
Everything changed.
So
I'm
they
gonna-
changed so that we would stop. Okay.
I'm gonna time up.
Okay.
We have shackles.
Roll me an
Those didn't work
intelligence
last night.
sleight of hand check.
Intelligence. Sleight of hand. How does that work?
So yeah,
So are you proficient in sleight of hand?
where is that?
I have
It's
advantage.
next to dexterity.
Skills.
Are you proficient?
No.
Okay, so you don't add your proficiency and you add your intelligence modifier
Okay, so
instead of
that's-
dexterity.
That sucks.
So you got a 3. 3 total, right?
No. Wait.
Your intelligence modifier, is it a 0?
0.
Oh, okay, so yeah, 2. So what that represents is as you're tying them up, because it's not a matter of like necessarily how dexterous your fingers are. It's a little bit that, which is why it's sleight of hand still.
Yeah.
But what you're doing is your intelligence modifier is indicating how sophisticated of a knot
Sure.
you're actually
Okay.
binding.
Well, we
them
have
with.
handcuffs. Lots of shackles.
Yeah, I have manacles.
Okay, guys, I don't really know how to tie knots. I'm doing this, but if you want to add shackles to
No
his hands,
problem.
it would be more secure.
I say we do both.
When you go over to put the shackles on, you see that the knot that she's tied is like
It's
a
like
bow.
a bow.
Just like
Over, under, loop to loop.
Also,
No, I do the bunny ears.
There you go.
also, we're not letting her tie any of the fishing lines. That will be bad. I'll put the manacles on him.
Okay.
All right, before
come
we
on.
get started with anything, I want to check the horse and the lady for.
Yes, I
stuff.
would
Okay.
like to know what the lady has. She might have spell components
So-
I could use.
I want to kind of break it down a little further in that Tegan is going to check on the lady, right? Who is going with him to search the lady? Anyone else? What are the other 2 people doing?
I am reveling in the storm cloud that I have summoned, and it's still up there. It'll be up there for the next 10 minutes, minus all this monkeying around.
Okay.
So, but
And Bree, are you
that's
staying
pretty
with
much all
him?
I'm doing.
I'm scanning the perimeter, see if there's any other.
Okay,
People
roll me a
I'll make
perception.
sure that our horses don't bolt.
Doing
nothing
the
happens
smart
to
thing.
Our,
Not me.
our stuff.
Yeah.
Perception. Where are you?
Next to wisdom.
22.
You don't see anyone else.
Okay.
So the 2 of you, as you approach the sizzling bodies, it's still sizzling. You see that the saddlebags have kind of fallen off the horse that fell to the ground, also electrocuted. And what are you doing? Which of you is doing what?
I'm gonna check her body. If you want to check the horse saddlebags.
Sure.
Okay. Each of you roll me an investigate check.
Intelligence.
5.
10.
Wow. Sent the wrong people.
Yeah.
You got a 5?
Yeah.
Okay. And you get a 10. You're searching her, you're searching the saddlebags. You get over there, and you actually have a problem. You can search the saddlebag, like part of the saddlebag is caught underneath the horse. And so the part that's not under the horse, you look through and you find like 10 gold pieces, which is not terrible. But there's a whole part of the saddlebag you just can't get to, and you don't have any kind of strength to get to it.
Quetzal, I could use your help.
Tegan, you search her body, and the primary thing you find is a letter
It's
in an
not,
opened envelope.
It's not burnt.
It's not burnt.
Let me guess. I know
Okay.
what it says.
So I'm not a very smart reader. So I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Who has the most
And-
intelligence?
But I
over
do
there?
want to
You?
help
You?
lift the horse so we can check
Nope.
the other side of the
I'm
saddlebag.
wise.
So you
I'm
see
not
her
We're
smart.
all
struggling.
pretty dumb, aren't we?
Yeah.
Didn't we?
I guess
establish
so.
this?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
got a
there's
10
not
in
anyone
int.
with that.
That's your
I
int.
think we're all dumb and not very charismatic.
Yeah,
To be
ten.
fair,
Oh, you-
10
that's
is
right.
average.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we get by.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
We're not minuses anything.
Yeah, we're
So I'm gonna.
He's actually a
You're a
minus.
minus.
I'm gonna make sure
So
that
who reads the best?
Who in here is the best reader?
depends on the language.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's-
make sure that you acknowledge that I'm walking away from guarding the horses, and
Okay,
I'm gonna
I can
walk
walk
over
over
to
there.
that
Okay,
horse.
He's gonna help him.
Okay.
Oh, can I real quick just check his pockets?
Sure. Pattern
She's
that.
trying to steal stuff.
Okay.
I
Roll me
mean,
an
it's not
investigate
really
check.
stealing when he's
Tegan,
unconscious.
Roll me an investigate check.
Oh,
Tegan, we
dang.
could also use your help
6.
over here.
Okay. You find 5 gold pieces, but
Cool.
well, and it would be also obvious. You find 1 dagger.
Okay.
I mean, as you're searching him, you feel the pointy.
The pointy end. Okay, so me and
And I'm over here with the
Quetzal,
horse.
I would suggest, gentlemen, if you could leave this horse so that I could check the other saddlebag. I'm not strong enough to move.
yeah.
by
So we'll
myself.
lift the horse up.
Okay. Yeah.
I can lift.
The 2 of you are able to do that. If you and
I'm sorry,
Quetzal are
you're
both
right, I
doing it,
totally
that's not a problem.
Switch.
And then
Okay.
I'll let you roll an investigate check with advantage because you're not just having to do this entirely on your own.
Okay. 16.
Okay. So
Hercules.
Apparently, if we all work together, that works. I got no bonuses, no minuses, no nothing. It's just a flat die roll.
Are you trying to lift the horse?
No, they lifted
we
the
lifted
horse.
I have a
Oh.
feed for that, and I'm no stronger than you are.
Oh wow.
Just FYI, next time.
Oh,
I have a 10
okay.
also.
My bad. I just because you turn into stuff, I just figured you were super ragey
Nope.
strong. Okay.
Just
I'm
this
super.
thin little lizard guy.
Okay.
That's why they kicked me out of my tribe. I mean, that's why they selected me for this great honor.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
Who's sounds right?
Who's to say? If only you spoke whatever the hell we speak.
Draconic?
Draconic.
Hold on, do I?
I'm pretty sure I don't.
No.
I don't remember what languages I speak, but there are not many.
I speak
In
common.
Pathfinder, I'm used to like
Giant,
a billion languages
Sylvan.
if I have a decent linguistic score, but
I guess lizard people speak Draconic.
I think that's right.
Oh, you're kidding me? He gets
Okay.
to search through the deck.
roll me. No, he doesn't. Roll me a d20, please, Dimitri.
With advantage.
No, just tell me the number.
8. I almost always roll low. That's why I try to
Okay.
beef up my pluses.
You find that,
Oh.
and then roll me a d20 again.
1.
Cast 2 spells.
Okay.
Thank goodness this was on a table and not an attack.
Depends on the table.
Oh. Okay.
Thank you.
I put sugar.
Can
on
you
whenever
hand me
you're
a big
ready.
pretzel?
We have cream and milk
Oh, that'll
in
work
the
too.
fridge.
Thank you, sir.
So much.
You wanna
Do I? So I have these. Do I can recognize what these are?
And you'd need to take a short rest with him in order to identify them.
Okay.
Or you can cast the spell. I think there's a spell identified.
Yeah, but I don't have it. Okay.
So you find a potion
I found a potion and some armor.
and a set of armor.
Tegan, so you can still wear armor, right?
It just becomes part of my body.
Okay. I don't know, but this is plate armor, so I'm assuming, Bree, you don't like the plate armor?
No.
Okay, so I think you should have this. Probably gonna need to study it, figure out what it does. I don't know.
It
But
does
what
require
but-
attunement.
But yeah, but I think you should probably. You're the only one that's going to wear the plate armor.
It looks awesome.
Thank you.
That's right, Katsu,
one-
right? You don't wear
It's
armor.
one hell of a saddlebag.
I have resistance to
You don't wear
non-magical
plate armor, right?
damage.
Okay.
Too much metal.
Bree, you are holding all the potions. I don't really know what this does, but why don't you hold on to this potion? See what it. Maybe someday
Holy crap.
you figure out what it does. It's useful to somebody. I don't know.
I can make
Cool.
myself immune to all physical damage, to non-magical damage for 10 minutes.
So this represents the second point in your journey where you had an encounter. And
Currently, we don't know what this
no,
does.
you will
It's just
after,
a potion.
but for purposes of this, what's happening is we're just hitting milestones on your journey.
Right.
And so you guys are basically taking a long rest between each of these encounters.
Right.
Because it's representing one part of your
Day.
Okay.
way to Duncaster.
I'm really,
So after this, you will have attuned with it.
I'm really
which
impressed how quickly you can recover from death with healing. That's surprising.
if somebody wants to kill you,
No, it's definitely not like. I mean, it's definitely not hard to kill you if they want to, but like, it seems like it's a little more.
so you
it's
wear that
forgiving
armor
while still
and
being
attune to
really
it.
tense.
Well, we need to figure out, because he's still alive.
That's true. What do you
We're
want to
gonna
do with
load
him?
him up in our cart.
We manacled him. We want to grill him.
Well,
interrogate him.
first, who wants to read this letter?
We have to heal him a little bit.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's right.
To touch him.
I can guess what the letter says. The letter says, "Dear person, here's some money or something you want. Kill Dimitri because I don't like him because he's a threat to my power."
She was sent by your
Signed.
aunt?
I'm
No.
assuming.
I don't think so.
I mean, that's why. Look, here's my thinking.
How
Yoink.
would they
Come
know
up.
about Alexi, though?
You read the letter. It's a lot more eloquent and they lay it
Blasphemy.
out very nicely, but it is essentially what Dimitri is
Yeah,
saying.
because
How does she know that we knew Alexi?
well, here's what I know. She shot me and targeted me as much as she could until she died. So I'm pretty sure that's the point, to
Yeah.
kill me again. Always trying to
And
kill
Literally
me.
what it says?
It's signed in red ink. I can't remember your aunt's name. Olga? It's not Olga. It's,
Mm-hmm.
is it Olga? And it's signed by her. And it lays out essentially.
Yeah.
It's it doesn't offer money. It offers a position of power, and if she was able to do that, then she would become one of the high casters in the royal court.
That's
so
if we kill him.
There are.
if the
Okay,
letter
calm down.
offers to this woman. I'm sorry. It's a.
It's a non-transferable kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it. Yeah.
The Telosian court, you often rise in power by either intrigue or death. And so it's just the way, it's the machinations of the court. It tells she keeps everyone in line through fear and promises of power and wealth. That's her way. It's, how you say, it sucks.
So, I mean, do we really need to talk to this guy? If we know
Probably
who
not,
she
we
was?
could just kill him.
I'm
We don't have to
curious
kill
on
him. I'm
how
just
he-
leave him tied
I'm
up.
curious on how he made us
Well-
think that he was somebody else, though.
Well, she did that, right? I assume it was a spell that she cast on him.
If we leave him, I'm assuming, but here's the problem. If we leave him manacled in the wild on the road, either bandits or animals are going to find him and finish
Well, why
the
don't
job.
we take those off and just put a knot that's
Roll me a
he
D6.
could get untied, but it would take him a while.
Okay, here's what we do. We take the manacles back because they're expensive. I would like them. And then we take off all his clothes and take them with us and leave him naked in the wild. So he's like survive. We leave him with weapons.
I'll leave
But
him
he's-
like a little chunk
but
of bread.
he's survivable, but highly embarrassed and frustrated. So maybe he doesn't right away go say, "Hey, they went that way. Go kill him," because he's a little embarrassed to go hang out in the town
Well,
because
I
he's
wonder
naked.
if I wonder if he would recognize us if he was under a spell, even.
I may only have been under a spell to change his appearance. Otherwise, he probably just paid good money to help
Let's
us
just
kill
tie him up to a tree and leave. This is a common pass. People pass by. Someone will let him go.
I mean, sure.
Can we at least pants him or something?
Yeah.
And you call me the evil one.
I mean, I
We
want
can
to-
leave his pants there.
I'm
I
gonna
want to
real quickly
embarrass
just
the
pull
guy.
the guy aside and just try to. I'll role play every second of it if I have to, but just trying to, in the voice of expediency, just try to basically suss out. Is he just hired muscle? Was he part of this deal? Kind of like, is
We'd
he
have
just
to
bait?
heal him, right? To talk to him.
No, he's. Well, oh, okay. I mean, I'll wake his butt up.
He'll
you can
heal.
heal him.
I mean,
Yeah,
can
I mean,
heal him.
medicine
He'll wake
check.
Yeah, you
Oh,
have.
okay.
you could
Look-
wait.
look at that,
You could
25.
wait 20 minutes
Yeah.
and he'll
Oh,
wake
okay,
up.
okay.
Yeah, he's 25 to wake him up.
Yeah.
He's awake.
So you speak to him, and he no longer has the accent that he seemed
Okay.
to have before. And he looks at you and he's like, I don't know, some lady just paid me some money and told me to get on this horse and grab whoever she told me to.
Where were you hired from? Where did you travel from?
Well, I was on the road going from Molaire. I was heading down the Great Road, making my way to Marin.
Okay.
On his way to Marin. I'm gonna cast good berries and give him
Oh,
those.
well, thank you. Sorry for the, trying to grab you and stuff.
That's alright. Sorry I poked you.
I'm going to insight him to see if I
Okay.
believe that story. 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
seems legitimate.
Okay. I mean, I'll give you all the thumbs up that he just seems
Can
like.
I roll an intimidate check? I don't know exactly the words or want to roleplay it all out, but basically, Dimitri's gonna try to be very scary and leave me alone. Don't come after me and stay away from the people of Telosia. They're bad for you. That kind of thing.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, probably not.
I cast Zone of Truth.
11.
11.
Not
He's
super
like,
intimidating.
Tolosa, what?
Yeah, all right. Never mind. You're not smart enough to be intimidated.
How many Zones of Truth do you have?
What do you do in Molaire?
Oh, I was just passing through looking for work.
What kind of work do you do?
Whatever kind of work I can get.
Oh, really? Actually, Brick, what do our party funds look like?
Pretty good. Pretty stacked.
Okay.
Hiring this guy?
Yeah, we're definitely hiring this guy.
174
For what?
gold.
Okay, listen. There's a guard
That's it?
in Molaire, former
Yeah, you
guard,
guys went on a shopping
been
spree.
fired.
Really.
His name
I spent less than
is
one gold.
He did.
what the fuck is that guy's name?
You can roll an intelligence check, and if you succeed, I'll tell you.
No, I just had it.
I wasn't paying attention.
The guard, not McKinley, McIntosh. What was his name?
That was your
McNeely?
McNeely. Yes, McNeely. I want you to. I don't want you to kill him, but I want you to beat him severely.
Sure, all right. Go have my dagger back.
Sure. Here's your dagger.
And then he
Alright.
stabs you.
Wait.
And here's
Here's your 5 gold. Back
here's
in
5
ticket.
gold. And here's
Well, how tough is this guy?
he's a lot of talk, but he embarrassed me. I'm a small guy. I figure you're a big guy. You could kick his ass.
I mean, I'm putting my neck out there again. I mean, maybe I don't know, 8 gold?
Sure.
6.
Here's 8 gold. Go kick his ass.
You got it.
All right.
Am I taking this at a party or yours?
Mine. It's a personal vendetta. It shouldn't be at a party goal.
I'm gonna
Okay,
need a lot of gold when
he
we
turns
get to
back
town.
around and heads back the way he came.
Man on a mission. I
Back
like
to
that.
Molaire.
Guys,
Okay.
I'm gonna let you know I'm gonna need a lot of gold when I get to town.
What's your plan exactly?
His plan is to find somewhere with lamp oil
Um,
and clean out the entire.
Is there
inventory.
anything anybody wants to do before we jump forward in time to the next?
So can I reset my spells or?
Yeah, you'll have all taken the equivalent of you'll have taken a long rest before
Okay.
the next thing.
There's nothing else I need to do. What about you, Mark?
Nope.
I'm good, thank you.
Anybody else?
Nope.
Okay. So when you attune to that armor, you rolled a 1. So bludgeoning is what your resistance to. I'll take that other card back.
No, I want a complete immunity.
I'll take that one.
Spoons.
Is that one too
By the
overpowered?
fridge.
That one's just a tricky one. Because this one isn't revealed until you attune to it.
Thank you.
Really, it's cursed.
Mm-hmm. But you're resistant to bludgeoning.
Oh man, is she gonna have to attack us now or something?
No.
Okay.
Not us, just you.
Oh great. That
That's the
seems
rule.
to be the theme.
Okay, so let's see. I think
You had to have
Tegan-
Village Lordy
Do I need
backstory.
them to
I
do
know.
this?
I
The curse
you
part?
know,
Yeah, so you obviously you can't
I'm really
cast
happy my
that, so you need
backstory's
somebody
coming
else to
out
do
so
that
much.
for
It's
you.
pretty cool.
Awesome.
While cursed, you have vulnerability to the
Right, so you're resistant to bludgeoning, but vulnerable to slashing and piercing.
See, I'm sure in character, the characters are probably irritated
It's still
that we get
plate
attacked
though,
all the time.
so your AC
but
remains the same.
At metagaming as players, like, my backstory is an XP
It's
machine.
I know, but it says
Yeah.
you don't, its true nature isn't revealed
true.
until you
It's
attune
worth
to
it.
it.
not fair.
Three
Or
thinks
cast
it's
it.
worth
Here's
it.
the lesson. Here's
At
the
your
lesson,
party.
Tegan. All right?
It's cool,
Here's
yeah.
the lesson.
Makes us
You
stronger.
can't always trust magic items.
I just like the fact, like, oh, you get the plate of invulnerability. Nope, you're
Psych.
cursed.
I love that you did that. You introduced them to cursed items. That's awesome.
Gotta
I
have
once
it at
had
some
I once had a pillow. This wizard gave us these pillows, and they were supposed to, like, you could get, like, in 2 hours you could get 8 hours of sleep, and it was super cool. Except the pillow I got, the only one in the party, was cursed, and I got nightmares every night and could never get a good night's sleep. And could
Oh.
never use any other pillow. And I was a wizard or a magic user back then, and so I couldn't regain spells for like a week until I figured out how to get rid of it. It was awesome.
Does anybody have remove curse?
Nope.
Let me see.
So while you're looking at that, I believe the first one with the willows, that was your
Was
roll.
me.
This was Dimitri's roll, I believe. On the road.
Did you roll this one?
The D10.
The D10 to
I did.
So next will
Mark or
be
Bonnie?
Quetzal. Roll me a D10.
It's my lightning die. 6.
6. Actually, roll again, because that's what Dimitri rolled last time.
7.
roll again. That's what. No.
That is actually what you rolled. So roll it again.
2.
There you go.
This is the Jurassic.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
6, 7, 6.
Okay. So as you're getting closer to Duncaster, you're actually going on the road past an intersection that leads off to the north and goes to the cities of Oster and Marin. And as you pass that intersection, you can see that there's a large statue that's been erected that has 2 half-orcs. And they are, you can't tell whether they're like embracing or wrestling, whether it's aggressive or whether it's friendly. But you see this statue that's been erected apparently in their honor at this intersection before you would go north to Oster and Marin. The terrain has become much more swampy. You can feel with each step the moisture kind of seeping out of the ground as your weight sinks into the earth. And so as you're coming along, you actually come across a group of people on the road that have several carts, and they appear to be a large extended family, just kind of the way they're talking and the different age ranges that are involved. And it looks like they have made their way from either Oster or Marin to the main road, and look like they're also going to be making their way to Duncaster, but they've kind of taken a brief moment to stop. And as your group approaches, they see you, and a young lady from that group comes over and says, "Oh my gosh, you guys, you're keepers of the Pact. That's amazing. What? Hey, guys, come over here and see this." And she waves over, and then like a few children come over, and some kind of more, fatherly type figures, probably uncles. One of them looks to be the oldest. He looks to be about 75 or so, barely, not in great shape to be walking around, but he managed to hobble his way over. And he says, "Oh, yes, keepers of the Pact. I saw one of them when I was a young man, when I was harvesting night grime.
Hello, Elder.
Yes, hello there, keepers. It's a pleasure to see one of you again. It's been many years since I've seen one. What are you all doing?
We are heading to a town that requires our aid.
Of course, it's just like the keepers to be off to help someone else. I remember this.
And then a younger guy who looks maybe in his mid-30s comes over and he's like, all right, Pops. Yeah, we get it. Yeah, keepers of the Pact. You mean vigilantes. That's what I hear. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just be careful. Don't make them mad. They can basically kill anybody they want to, from what I hear.
Are we marching under a banner or something? I mean, like
No, you have the
literally-
symbols. Remember
We have-
the beginning?
Yeah, we all have
They're
symbols that we
Somewhere
wear.
located on your body.
Okay, forgot. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was like,
Also,
Yeah.
it probably makes it super easy for
That's simple.
any of whoever
Forgot
to
that.
target me because I have a big glowing rune on my
I knew
forehead.
that. Yeah, I just meant, yeah.
So like they're like, oh, I wonder which one is the one she wants us to kill. It's that one with the big glowing thing on his head.
And as the more middle-aged guy is speaking, you can see some of the other people in the family like, yeah, and they kind of cast a couple glares in your direction. But then the kind of the patriarch of the family shouts,
Oh no, boy, you've got it all wrong. I know they're here to help us, absolutely. Right? Aren't you here to help people? You probably don't kill very many people even. You're more like social kind of people, right? And you just...
Well, there have been monsters that were trying to eat children, and we killed those monsters.
See, I told you, son. Look at that. They don't kill people at all. They only kill monsters.
Well,
okay,
Shut your
roll
mouth.
a deception check. Deacon.
Oh God, really, really,
I
Deacon?
had to say something.
Really?
Just leave it alone.
I was about to tell them about the white tentacled monsters that kill people, and
I got a 3 or a 4.
Okay. And you see the middle-aged guy chime in. He's like, yeah, see? I told you. Look, this guy here.
No, this
I
guy
think, is
talks-
that blood on your hands? Do you seriously have blood on your hands, like right now?
No, they're on my gauntlets.
Okay, we were just attacked on the road. It's a long story. And this guy talks a lot of shit. Don't even listen to him.
Oh, so you're saying you don't kill people?
We can kill people who need to be taken care of.
Exactly. My point exactly. And several other people in the family start saying, yeah, exactly. That's what he's talking about. Yeah. Yeah, see?
Okay.
They get to decide. Why do you get to decide, huh? How come you get to decide who lives and dies, huh?
well,
We
because
don't
when
decide.
people try to kill us, that's bad for us, and then it becomes bad for them. You're not trying to kill us, right?
See? Is he threatening me right now?
No, I'm talking.
You saw, he just threatened me. I don't even have a
He's
weapon.
not threatening you.
Oh, really?
And the
Okay.
patriarch chimes in. He's like,
Hey, calm down. Calm down.
I'm going to change into a bunny and then go hop around with the little kids.
Okay,
Like
all
the
right.
softest, freakest, fluffiest bunny possible.
and the everyone who is under the age of like 14 is like, ooh, and they start kind of following around and chasing
just
you,
hopping
and they're
around.
enthralled.
Yep.
They're enthralled.
Just going on a little game.
What are the rest of you doing?
Can I take my helmet off and show them my half-burnt face?
Oh, great.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't.
Terminator. Okay.
You're gonna see the kids'
I'm gonna
nightmares.
go over to the older gentleman and pull out a few scraps of road rations, but I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make it extremely delicious and warm, and say, hey, you, with all due respect intended, you look perhaps like you could use some extra rations for this long journey.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I appreciate this.
And he takes it and he's like,
Oh, this is a little bit hard for me. Hold on.
and he hands it over, and there's like his wife, who is maybe like 10 years younger than him, but still fairly along in years. She's like, oh yes, I'll take this. It's fine, yes. And she kind of like breaks it up and like has a little cup of water, and she like crumbles it into the water. And he's like, he opens his mouth, and you see there's like not very many tooth left.
Oh, this is the most delicious rations I've ever had. Oh,
Would you mind if-
see, I told you, Peter. I told you. These fellas, these here, they're out for our good. Nobody even asked him to give me those things. He just gave them to me.
Right? And who you now
Kessel
know.
thinks when the elders have their teeth fall out, they get put down. But I just think that's myself. So.
Peter looks over. He's like, "Oh yeah. After they threaten me, ask me if I'm here to attack them. After they say they can just kill whoever they think it's necessary for. Yeah, then they give you some food, pops. Okay, whatever. Yeah." And as Peter keeps talking, save the children who are still enthralled utterly by Quetzal. Most of the other adults here are like, yeah, kind of blowing you guys off, looking the other direction. And you can see the patriarch kind of looks disappointed by that. He's like,
I had such good memories. I'm sure the ones that I saw 50 years ago were probably not in the service anymore, but I remember you fondly. I only wish the younger generations could see it that way.
We do as well, but they are entitled to their opinion.
Oh, that's, well, it won't win you points with them, I suppose, but you'll always be heroes in my book.
Well, thank you. I think perhaps it's best that we let you be on your way and not trouble you further, but it was very nice to talk to you. I have enjoyed it.
It's a pleasure to... I didn't get your name.
Dimitri.
I'm Ethan.
Nice to meet you. And also, if anyone asks, it's probably better that you never saw me, in case they're angry peoples.
Yeah, okay, it shouldn't be a problem. I forget most things nowadays.
Good man, good man.
Well, it's actually a problem.
And then he'll call out, Quetzal, I believe we should be going and leave these fine people to their travels. They will clearly enjoy the road more when we have left them alone. We should do that.
You can say that again. Why don't you guys just get out of here and go murder somebody else?
I'll change out of my rabbit form and cast Goodberry and pass a good berry to each of the kids that want.
Yay! And they eat them up, and they have like red spatter all over their faces from the berries.
That's one good berry.
I love that spell.
Okay.
And
Is there anything anybody else wants to do?
Get back in the wagon.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not antagonizing them. I'm just getting in the wagon. And
Quetzal, did you figure out if you had that roof curse?
I do not have it, and I will not have it. It's not in my domain.
This is gonna
Oh, I might be able to know it, but that might be a bit advanced for me. I might need some more time.
I'm gonna go to your church.
Yeah, I need some more time.
Most
Actually,
large
yeah.
cities have services.
We could. I do know a place, but you should probably go without me. But
No,
they will
you're coming with me.
just tell them I sent you, and
Nope.
they will.
You're coming with me because then they'll do it for free.
I'll give you money.
Nope, coming with me.
I don't want to.
It's really fun to go.
It's really not a good idea. They get all excited. It's very embarrassing.
Okay, so
But it is beyond my ability to cast at this moment. But I believe I can learn it.
is there anyone else who wants to do something before we move on from this group of this very large family?
I'm
gonna
sure
have
there's
to-
something we should be doing.
The sort of vital condition removal spells that you don't get as a druid, I'm gonna have to save slots for, since I get cleric spells too. But I have limited slots.
Anything
so-
else you guys want to do with this group of?
Want to or will? No. Want to a lot. Will no.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with
I
you
want
on
to shut that one guy up forever. But
I mean, I'll
I'm
go
not,
for it.
I'm not going to. No, I'm joking.
No.
No,
I'm not.
no.
just leave it.
He's just a Dumbo.
Okay, so now we're
Okay.
moving on.
So you move on, and from that encounter, just so you're aware of it later, you will have a +1 to any persuasion checks to convince children of
To fight for us.
no, just a persuasion check. If you're trying to convince children in not necessarily in like a small city, but in a larger city where word gets around, this family is on their way in that direction, and so when they get there, those kids spread the word kind of about what they had. So
Cool.
you're able to have +1 to any persuasion checks for children
As a party or
as a party. Yeah,
Good man.
for being keepers,
cute?
spreading goodwill.
Bunny Man strikes again.
There were some other options of how that could have happened. What other bonuses you could have gotten,
Or penalties, probably.
just depending on how you reacted. Okay, so Bonnie,
Was that you?
roll me a
Sorry,
d10.
man.
And if you get a 2,
10.
yeah, if you get a 2, 6, or 7, re-roll it.
5.
Okay.
Giant purple worm eats you.
So you're actually not terribly far from Duncaster at this point. You're about halfway between the road that hits Marin and Oster, which are near the swamp area there.
I'm gonna take this.
So you're halfway
Maps.
between Marin and Oster and
Wait, in
Duncaster.
Austria.
You see?
Oster's over there.
Yeah.
Marin's over there.
So look at Marin. You're halfway between Marin and Duncaster.
Okay.
Here somewhere.
So you're about there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
At
getting
this
closer.
intersection.
And so, as you get closer, you are all traveling along, and Quetzal, you notice.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's always going to be you who notices when it's passive perception. You see in the soil is still very moist here as well. You see fairly fresh tracks that look like they are from a clawed foot, like a bird-like foot. And they lead further down the road, and then they kind of, you don't actually see where they lead unless you want to follow them, but you see them on the side of the road, and they look fairly fresh.
Nature to discern what they might be, or survival.
Okay, if you want to follow them successfully, it'd be survival. If you're trying to discern
trying to
something
discern
about
what they
it,
are.
then nature.
I don't want to leave the party. 11.
I mean, you're at least able to glean the size. It looks like what would mechanically be considered like a medium-sized
Okay.
creature of some
I'm
kind.
pointing this out to everybody, saying everything you're telling me, I'm sharing with everyone. I'm not keeping it to
The
myself.
bird tracks.
Something that's about, man size of a, wolf or something like that. Maybe larger.
But they look like bird tracks? Is that what you said?
They're claw. It's like a claw
Clawed
track,
foot.
like a bird.
Yeah.
Raptors.
Yeah, something looks like
Is
some
it,
kind of predator type animal.
It's a hippogriff.
and it's going away from the road?
Well, it's kind of on the side of the road, kind of veering off, but you can't really see just from where you're at where it actually leads to.
Can I,
Let's investigate.
yeah, can I don't want to, leave the road, but see if I can see
Yeah,
anything.
to follow the tracks would be survival.
Survival.
24.
Oh,
Yeah,
never mind.
easily. You can see where they lead, and you see they veer off, and they kind of go off just down off the side of the road. There's kind of tall grass, kind of marshy tall grass on the sides of the road. The road's slightly elevated, so it kind of goes off to the right and goes down into that tall grass. And you can see, because you're amazing at tracking people, you can put together a few things. While you can't see exactly where the tracks go, based on the direction they were traveling, you can see that there's a bit of grass that's been matted down in a particular area that looks like that would be the direction the tracks went. Could you shut that? Well,
Is that
actually,
our
it's
AC
fine.
unit?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I was just concerned it was going to be loud. But
Oh, okay. Is the area that's matted down, is it far off the road?
maybe about 20 feet.
Can I go look?
I can set it on fire.
There's.
I don't think
so,
we're at that point yet.
There was
so
a
we're
lot of
going
grass,
along,
too.
and there's
I've got a
matted
lot
down
of
grass
oil.
off to the side.
Yes.
Okay.
But from what I
call.
can tell, there's nothing there in the grassy area.
It's matted down. So, you can see...
Like something had
There is
laying
a
there.
large field of grass, right? And you can see that there's a area where the grass is not.
Like a nest.
Yeah.
There's
right.
okay.
Like something had lied down. in
Tegan
that
started
area.
a
Or
great
is.
grass
Or
fire.
is lying down. Okay.
Whatever
I'd
year
like
it
to
is.
walk over there.
Okay.
I could
Slowly.
probably do that with-
Are you going by yourself?
I can
Am I
definitely
going by
do
myself?
that.
And are you trying to be stealthy?
Yes, I'm trying to.
If you're trying to be stealthy, I'm staying at the cart.
Yeah, don't come.
Clink, clink.
Can I?
Clink, clink.
Okay. So has the cart stopped while she's doing that?
You guys are in control of this. You
let's-
tell me what you're doing.
Let's,
I'm not driving the
Map
cart.
it. Funds.
Kensel, is the cart stopped or still moving while she's jumping?
I'll
out
stop
to
the
go
cart.
investigate?
Yeah, I'm not driving this thing.
Okay.
These horses barely
I
like me.
stopped it.
I'm going to do something odd to draw attention away from Bree. So further down the road, let me read the spell effect before so I know what I can't do. Okay, so 60 feet ahead of the cart, further down the road, and off, I guess if she's going this way, then off the road on the opposite side, 60 feet away from us, I create a bonfire that fills a 5-foot cube. So it kind of comes up, and it's
Smoke rises as it.
smoke rises, and it's a bonfire, and it's large, but it's it's a bonfire.
It's in the middle of the
meant to
road.
be- No, it's off to the side.
Okay.
Like as if somebody was camping 60
In the
feet
grass
down,
area, or are you
just
avoiding
starting-
the grass?
I'm avoiding the grass area, but kind of off the road.
Okay.
I don't want to start a huge forest
Okay.
fire by accident if
Yet.
I can tell.
Okay.
If I can't tell, I can't tell. But if I can tell, I'm
go
trying
with
not
you.
to.
There's
burn
an
down the
area you
forest.
could.
I'm just trying to start the bonfire, and it's create bonfire is the cantrip.
Ketzel will join Bree.
Okay.
And so my hope is that they'll go, oh look, somebody's camping over there, and not notice Bree sneaking up on
Roll
them.
me, both of you. Roll me stealth checks at advantage.
16.
21.
Okay.
And it is a
I'm just
concentration
curious.
spell, so I'm concentrating. to
Never
keep
mind.
It up.
Glad I didn't go.
So let's say. Actually, turn the card around because you're going off to the right, and put it more on this side. And the area where you're
So we're
going
going this
to. Here. I'm going to be right here. The area where the grass is matted down is like over where
You guys are
that
about to get
tree is.
attacked.
Okay, so
So,
the bonfire is like over here somewhere.
Oh, we have fire.
This forest on fire.
I just want to do the fire thing.
I just want to do this.
So here's the thing. Now that I have this create bonfire, it lasts up to a minute. If I concentrate,
So cute.
So you can go.
or I guess So as I concentrate, and it does damage, but it's a big bonfire that fills a 5-foot cube, not 50, a 5-foot cube. So
You have one
basically-
5-foot cube like this?
yeah, one 5-foot
So we
cube.
should
I
Just
guess.
put another one in there.
So
Might as well.
basically-
They'll
It's a
fit in there.
bonfire, not a regular fire.
That's right. It's a big bonfire. Hopefully no one dies in its construction. That's a bad joke. Okay, but so I will. So anyway, the point is, next time you want to do something fun with your lamplight, it's a cantrip. I can just do it all the time.
How is each of you approaching?
So basically, your cantrip completely negates all the lamp oil that he's been carrying around.
No, they work together well.
But
How
my
are
one
Bree-
cantrip can
Okay.
now burn
Bree
down
and
the entire
Quetzal.
house with enough
How are we
lamp oil.
sneaking?
How are you approaching that area?
I'm little, so I'm kind of like crouched down.
No, I
in the
mean
grass.
literally.
Oh,
what direction?
Oh, so it's
you're-
like
where are you?
the matted area is like
That green
is
tree.
this tree.
That's the
Okay.
matted area.
I mean, I would maybe come around and flank it from this way. I don't
Okay.
know. I mean,
I'll do the opposite.
So
I'll
is this
come
like
around
the
to,
line of grass? Oh, sorry.
to like
Yeah.
like that.
It's about 10 feet off.
Okay, so
I'll
I'm
go
gonna stand
down.
at the edge of the grass.
and I'm like crouched down in the grass.
I'm
And
staying
I'll
in the
be
cart.
going that way.
So you both are able to see this, but you both kind of poke through the grass and you're able to see that there is. Actually, I don't have the right miniature for it, so I'll just use this guy with the guitar.
An octopus.
You actually
Yeah,
see an
land shark.
Aarakocra who is lying down
Oh, a bird
in
creature.
the middle of the grass.
bird people.
I'll show you here.
A cuckoo karoo.
Yeah, I wanted to make one of those. I wanted to make an Aarakocra monk.
You just wanted to fly.
That's exactly right. I wanted it because a monk gets
That's pretty
super
cool.
space. So Aarakocra monk, like your move speed is like, I want to say it's 120 or 160
like
around.
that.
So it's crazy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And it's laying down, and you can see that there's something wrong with its wing. And it's
Poor buddy.
lying down, but as it's lying, it turns its head exactly at Quetzal and looks over and locks eyes and then starts reaching for something next to its side, but it doesn't seem to have noticed Bree.
We come in peace. If you're wounded, we can provide aid.
Okay, hold on, I have to get this right. What are you saying? What kind of aid would you be giving me? I have an injured wing and I am unable to fly away on my own.
You can call on the spirits of nature to heal you if you are injured.
I think perhaps my wounds are slightly different than what you might be able to heal with your magic. It's not merely cuts and bruises and scrapes. I believe the wings inside of my, the bones inside of my wings might be broken from the arrows that were shot into me.
Is he still like?
I could
reaching
at least,
for something?
I could at least look.
No, he moves his hand back to his chest.
I will accept whatever help you may be able to give me.
I will kind of stand up in the grass and just sort of, give the hand signal to these guys like it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
You know.
come over then.
Okay, I come out.
Okay. Oh,
I'll say
little one.
there's 4 of us. I'll name what we are.
I'm staying on the cart.
While they're talking, I'm just gonna like look around.
We'll
Just
talk of
see.
who shot you with arrows in a minute, but if you will let me tend to you. I'll lay down my club and lay down my shield. I don't know if it's interesting to this guy, but
I was flying around. I had just had a meal, and this unfortunately happens quite often. But there are sometimes, how do you say, poachers who find that the feathers of an Aarakocra might be quite valuable, and so I believe this is who shot me down. But I do not know how far away they are. I was down not too long ago, before you showed up, and tried to make myself, obviously not very well, hidden from anyone who might be approaching on the road.
go ahead. Unfamiliarity of the player's part, not the player character. I know Aarakocras can be classed as PCs.
Mm-hmm.
Is this guy dressed like urban? Is he dressed like in armor? Is he
No,
like
not armor.
He's just like
He has like what would be considered like traveler's clothes on.
okay.
But, I mean, he's clothed, but he's not like, it's not high class, but he's not wearing armor.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't know if he's like,
Watch out, he's a
fighter or
caster.
something.
loincloth and spear, or if he's like, dudded up.
He's a
or
little more
something.
sophisticated
Okay,
than
that's what I thought. I mean, I thought I knew that. Okay. I mean, it says the lizard man who's in the monster manual,
No
who is
judgments,
wearing
no
the
judgments.
loincloth and the feathered helmet. Sorry about the feathered helmet, sir. But
Was it an Aarakocra?
not your kind was not known from the lands that I was sired in.
Then I do not know what kind of bird it came from.
And these were harvested with loving ritual to nature that provided these gifts.
I'm gonna go
I
check
have
on them.
no reason to doubt
Yeah,
you.
can
You
you
have
be
only
alright?
offered help since I've seen you. So
I'll
all of you are here.
shall I try? I mean, someone needs to be guarding the horses, but whatever.
I have some healing magic also, in case his is not the right kind.
Can I just do a medicine check just to see how bad he is? Okay.
Yeah.
If you'll let me. 26.
Okay. So it looks like a crossbow bolt went straight through his left wing, and the main bone that kind of runs through it shattered. Since they're hollow inside it, as soon as that crossbow bolt hit it, it shattered that bone. So he's not even able to move it or lift it.
Okay.
So you get the impression that like something like a cure wounds thing is not going to be sufficient to restore it. You need something like, in order to immediately fix it, you need regenerate.
Yeah.
Is a much higher level spell.
Don't have that.
Would I know off the top of would a healing potion?
He knows that that's the same
Yeah.
equivalent. Like that type
That-
of magic wouldn't heal it.
It would not.
Can we find out what he does for, like,
You're standing there.
And I'll say what you just said, that basically you are correct, sir, that I think this is beyond the magic that I can summon at this time, what you need. And then I'll open the floor to anyone else who wants to ask.
what is it that you do on your day-to-day basis?
I fly around. I try to find something to eat. I take jobs here and there, but I mean, I don't know that we Aarakocra have what you would call steady jobs. We are somewhat nomadic. We wander around and eat what the land provides.
Would you have interest in ongoing messenger work?
It would depend, I suppose, on the pay that you might be offering.
Well, we're not fabulously wealthy, but we do come into gold from time to time. If you were to fly to where we are nomadic also, but if you were to find us, bring us news of the surrounding parts, I'm sure we could pay for this knowledge, a fair fee, and also perhaps you could take messages back to peoples in certain towns, if tell them what the messages we send. If you would be willing to do this, that would be valuable to us. To me specifically, perhaps to others.
This does sound somewhat amenable to me. I might be able to do something like this, but so currently, obviously, this might be a problem, given my current state of
We are
flight.
headed to Duncaster. We have a wagon. If you wish to travel with us, once you get there, I could introduce you to some priests I know. They are a little excitable. They tend to get a little overly happy to see me in a way that I don't deserve, but they will treat my friends well. I could ask them to heal your wing. I cannot do it myself. I am not powerful enough magically, but they are. I
I
believe.
accept. Obviously, I need somewhere to get to Doncaster or some city. Of course, I cannot fly, and I am a little bit concerned that the poachers might be coming to follow up with their initial hit on me.
Which way did the arrows come from when they shot you?
Just slightly to the north and a little bit west of here, I believe.
I would take a position in your cart if you're offering.
Please take a position in the cart, and we will do our best to protect you from these
I
poachers.
may require a bit of assistance in order to actually.
I'll
get
pick
there.
him up. I can easily carry him.
You start to reach for him. He's like, just a hand will be sufficient.
No, just pick him up.
He's like, okay. He's making an athletics check. He doesn't want to be picked up.
Okay, he doesn't get picked up.
I rolled a 1.
Well, okay, so I rolled a 1. I have a +6.
Yeah, I do not. So
Pick him up anyways.
he's like, fine.
So as he goes by the as Tegan's like carrying him. Are you carrying him like this?
I'm
or
carrying him like I
this?
carried Lincoln,
Okay,
just over
so
the shoulder.
Dimitri will walk up behind him and like so his head's hanging down. And be like, I'm really sorry. He's
Yeah.
very rash, my
Yeah.
friend. I apologize.
This is only incredibly embarrassing.
And rude. I am so sorry. Very rude. And I look at Tegan. Very rude. I'm so sorry.
What are you gonna squirt me with a
So
water
you
bottle?
guys get back to the road, and you actually see, as you get back to the road,
Whole bunch of poachers.
you actually just see one.
I'm gonna get this armor on. Just letting you know.
You see one man with a crossbow, and he's maybe that far away, and he sees you with the Aarakocra over your shoulder, and he stops and says, "Hey, what in the bloody hell do you think you're doing, huh? Put that rat bastard down."
He's mine. If you want him, come and take him.
"All right, I will." And he keeps walking.
Initiative.
I mean, not yet.
I'm shooting him with the scorching ray.
Okay, all right. Roll to attack.
Okay. Okay. So a 9.
Yeah, maybe we
misses,
should have incited this
But a 20.
creature.
A 24 hits, I think.
Yeah.
And 12?
Does not hit.
Okay, so
Nice. He's backwards, but that'll work.
3 points of fire damage.
Oh, no.
Don't
Okay.
put his legs over my head.
You hit him with a scorcher ray.
That's right.
All right.
I sent 2 rays past him and a ray at
Okay.
him, and I say, "Go away!"
So roll initiative, everybody.
Okay.
Look at this.
Holy crap!
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. 20 to 25.
22.
Okay. 15 to 20.
17.
19. Will you drink any more coffee?
Probably. Who got the 19?
Will you drink more coffee?
Bree did.
No,
I got 17.
Dare not.
I'm good.
Mark, or John, will you drink more coffee?
I'm good.
I can just have a soda if nobody else is going to drink it. That's fine.
Well, I think I might have a little bit.
Okay. And what did you get?
4.
You're so talented.
Hey, when you walk yourself right into that pit trap that I can see without even looking, then we'll talk. I just rolled shitty on initiative.
All right.
I mean,
Dimitri.
I haven't rolled well on initiative, I think, in any fight that we've been
No.
in. Not usually this bad, but
Wait, why'd you roll 2?
The Eldritch Blast has
Oh, okay.
2 rays.
Yeah.
2 beams.
I just didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, Eldritch Blast. So a 15 and a 14.
They both hit.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna kill this guy. We don't even know who he is.
no, he's like the town guard of Duncaster.
Or, 6 points of
Sarah
force
Coker
damage.
like poisoned
And the
well
first
or
one did
something.
3.
No, the first one did.
Would that be
4
No.
points.
Your scorching ray did 3, right?
Oh yes, Scorching Ray did 3, and then that just did whatever number I said.
6.
6. And then I'll say, "I warn you to leave now, or it will get worse."
Okay. Next is him. And he points his crossbow at you, and before he pulls the trigger, he says, "What the hell are you talking about? I just want my money back." And he pulls the trigger on the crossbow.
Okay. Well, he probably damages me severely.
Yeah. You got a 16.
Yeah,
to
it
hit.
definitely hits.
We're fully healed from the first. That last
Yes,
one,
you
right?
are.
Okay.
So that's 10 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
As a crossbow bolt goes straight into your chest.
Now you can't fly.
Exactly.
And he starts kind of pulling the crossbow back to start to reload it for the next shot. And he says,
I don't know who the hell you are, but just leave that bird bastard for me. All right?
And he keeps pulling it back. Next is Bree.
I'm gonna say, what money?
And he says,
The money from my friggin' house.
I'm gonna turn to this guy.
who's
Be
currently
like-
being held by Tegan.
I'm holding him hostage.
What'd you do?
I do not know what he is talking about.
You don't know?
I don't know what he is talking about. No. What could I... This is clearly some sort of poacher who's just trying to put on a ruse.
Can I tell Tegan to check his pockets?
You can tell Tegan, sure.
Check his pockets.
You've done enough that this is going to count as
Sure.
your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Is
so
this going to count as my turn?
next is Tegan.
I'm
If you're going to search him, yeah, it
I'm
will
gonna
count as.
do this
Just shake him out.
and see if I just see if
Could you be like
Like he's a toddler.
embarrass him anymore?
He's
Can this
literally
be a-
Investigation
Can this be a strength?
Yeah.
he is literally shaking him down like a toddler. Just what's in your pockets?
So you'll add your strength modifier, and if you're proficient in investigation, you get to add your proficiency modifier.
I'm not.
So just your strength.
15.
Okay.
Not bad.
You can hear as you shake him. You hear like the jingle of a large amount of coins, and he also had like a little satchel on him, and you can hear some jingling inside there, and like the clanking of glass together, as well as the jingling of what sounds like coins.
Okay.
What are you doing? Why are you shaking so much?
Bree told me to check you.
Are these
so
his
I'm checking
coins?
you.
You're
Oh, can I can't interact, right?
no.
Are
Because-
these his coins?
No, they are not. They are mine. I told you, I do odd jobs now and then. I earn money from time to time.
How many coins do you have?
I don't necessarily feel comfortable telling a man who is literally shaking me down how many coins are in my pocket.
If I wanted your coins, I could take them.
That's my concern.
Okay, so I'm going to take all of his coins.
Okay. Roll me. You're gonna have to actually like
Yeah, it's going to be more.
search him
Okay.
for it. So that will be an actual investigation check.
8.
Okay. You like shake him, but he's squirming around enough that it's really hard for you to get your hands and stuff.
Okay.
But that is your turn. Ketzel's next.
Why did you have to attack him?
Because
Now who's the one that rushes into things?
I didn't say I. Oh, well, yeah, fair enough.
Let me take one.
Yeah, okay. Maybe you're a bad influence on me.
Maybe.
30 feet. This may not 100% work, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to cast heat metal on the crossbow. I know the crossbow is probably a
There's
lot
some
of
metal
wood,
in it,
but there's
yeah.
somewhat metal in it. It's
And
not
the
the-
trigger's going to be metal, not
It's not
wood.
the same as a sword.
Yeah, but he can't pull the trigger because
Yeah.
it'll burn his finger.
So,
Just a little bit.
I'll say that if he fires it again, he's going to take the damage from the heat metal.
right. So it would be, if he wants to make contact or manipulate it,
Yeah.
it's going to be 2d8 damage.
Okay. All right. That's a lot. Okay.
And I'll just, we can resolve this query peaceably.
Oh, I thought that was the thing that we were going to do in the beginning, but then you guys start blasting me with all kinds of stuff.
That's all.
Next is the.
I can't deny that.
He's trying to break free from your grapple.
Is that strength?
You would roll athletics or or no, you're holding the grapple, so it'll be athletics for you. And I got a 16.
I did not. I got a 14.
Okay, so he managed to slip past you, and he's kind of limping. He's limping away. I can't see, but he's gonna limp. He's will be half speed, so he's gonna go 15 feet away from you. It's like,
Okay.
Don't let this poacher get me, please. Please, keep this poacher from attacking me. He's going to try to finish me off, and you know it.
next is Dimitri.
these all your spells?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Are you good? So what did he say? Whose coins?
He broke the grapple and he went away. This guy's giving a little bit more explanation about how the Aarakocra stole money from him. The Aarakocra says he's a poacher, and Quetzal heated up, used heat metal on this guy's crossbow so that if he touches the trigger, it'll burn him to try to stop him. And now the Aarakocra is fleeing. So I'm going to, because it's a cantrip, I'm going to make a bonfire here in front of him. Not at him, not going to hurt him. Just going to stop his movement. Or delay his movement some, because he's wounded and there's a bonfire in front of him. He's going to have to back away from it, go around or something.
Okay.
And I'm going to look and say, okay, listen. And I'm going to turn to this guy and say, I'm sorry I shot you. I thought you were trying to kill us all. And then I'm going to turn to the Aarakocra and say, you're suspicious. He is suspicious. Everyone is suspicious. I'm going to kill the next person who tries to attack me or run away. Everybody stop and let's sort this out.
Okay.
I think our
that's all I-
roles
that's all I
have
do.
changed. Now
Okay.
he's trying to kill everybody.
Next is the man, and he's going to look at you all, and he looks at you in what you just said. Roll me an intimidate check real quick. Just
Okay.
roll the...
I think it's charisma.
17.
Okay. He looks at you. He looks at his crossbow.
And he did
He
just
looks
see
at
me
Quetzal.
create. He did just see me create fire to stop this
Yeah.
guy from fleeing.
He looks at the bird.
Cantrip. Sorry.
He takes a step that way.
This way?
Yeah. And is like, I don't know who the hell you are, but you don't have any right to be involved in this whole occasion at all. And he raises the crossbow and he aims it at the birdman and he pulls the trigger. So roll 2d8. He's going to take fire damage.
What a stubborn man. 12.
Okay. So he hits the crossbow and it sizzles and he's like, he kind of like takes a knee because it hurts way more than he was anticipating it would.
Way more than I anticipated.
And he shoots the bird and he falls to the ground. And he drops the crossbow from when the pain. He drops it on the ground. He's like, "That's that's all I wanted to do." And he starts walking towards. So he'll move 30 feet towards the bird. Okay. And next is Bree.
I was hoping it wasn't next. Now what?
Ask him how much he lost and don't let him take more than he. Let's try to sort it out.
Do we know how many coins the
No,
Aarakocra had?
just a
I
lot.
don't even know if who's telling the truth.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
know who's who.
That's fine. Let's just kill them both.
That's not a good idea.
Why? You just said you're gonna kill
I
anybody
don't wanna
that
just
moves,
be, like,
attacks, or
killing
tries to
everybody
flee.
on the road.
He just attacked, and he's. We don't know. So, I'm killing him.
It's called intimidation.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
it was- I mean,
I don't know that I.
carrying through on threats does make for good intimidation, but it's hard to intimidate anybody if they're dead. I found that in my travels, it's difficult
I'm gonna.
without a lot of magic.
You can get right on top of him.
She only has 25.
I only have
Oh.
25. I've got little legs. I guess
Get next to me, and I'll just throw you.
I'm gonna dash over here so I can just get to him and be near. My hope is to find him that he's just severely hurt, and maybe we can. That is my intention, is to get there.
Okay.
And next turn I'll check on him.
Okay. Next is Tegan.
5, 10.
So it's going to take you 2 spaces to get on top,
Okay.
and then 2 spaces to get if you're going through
Or
the
just go around
carriage.
it.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20.
But yeah, you could. I mean, you can run on top of the horse, I guess. But then when you jump back down, that's gonna.
30.
Yeah.
So I'd only be able to get here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No, that's it.
Okay. Next is Ketzel.
Just within interaction distance, and just did this creature truly tell you, or it's truly steal from you? I have magics and I can smell deceit. I'm trying to insight him.
Yeah. Damn right he did. Damn bird sat in a tree outside waiting for me to go out to harvest in the fields. Then swooped in, came in the front door. I run home because I hear some clamoring happening about in the house. I see him pop out of the house. He's got this big old bag of coins. I know where he got that from. And then he sticks it in his pockets and he flies off into the air. So I managed to grab my crossbow just in time to wing him one real good.
17.
Seems like he's telling the truth.
Seems like he's telling the truth.
Do you say that where we get
Yes. Yeah.
I wonder if he.
Well,
we still haven't checked his pockets, right? Or have we?
I tried to, but
So I
I'm
wonder
not.
if he has bags of
I'm
coins.
not a smart man.
I am not smart.
Okay. Anything else you want to do, Ketzel?
Nope.
Okay. The bird is unconscious, so we'll roll a saving throw for him. He succeeds. Okay. Dimitri is next.
Goodness. It's so tricky.
25, 30, and I want to cut the
Satchel.
satchel off his belt.
Okay. When you take the satchel off, that's where you hear the clinging of glass together.
Okay.
Of glass?
What's in the? If I open the satchel and look at it, what's in it?
Potions.
Potions. Okay, I'll put that on the ground and go for the next satchel.
Well, there's no other satchel, but he does have like pockets, fairly deep pockets.
Okay. Well, then I
Which is where
imagine
the
it's
jingling
gonna, I imagine
jangling
it's going
was
to
coming
take
from.
the rest of my turn, but I'm just trying to
Yeah,
pull
you
the
can search
coins
him.
out.
Yeah.
Because he's
Just roll an
unconscious.
investigation check.
Okay. Well, yeah, a 1.
He's not a smart man.
So where you reach for the main pocket, there's something strange about his clothes, like there's something hidden. It's like you can feel the pouch, but it's like not in the pocket. Like you reach in the pocket, and you would think that it would be there, but it's not like
It's like a money
quite
belt
there.
or something. It's like you can feel the lump, but you can't know how to get
Yeah.
to it.
Okay, and then he'll say out that he'll tell just to breathe or loud enough. Okay, I think this guy is wearing thieves' clothes with concealed pockets. I can't find it, but there's money jingling in here. I think the guy might be telling the truth. The other guy. That's all I do.
Okay. And the man. So, am I free to go get my money back from this thing?
Looking for it. I'll give it to you when I find it.
Oh, I got an easy way to find it. I'll just cut him up until I get it.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay. Necessary.
How much does he owe you? Or how much did he take from you?
150 gold pieces. It was all I had.
You'll get it back. He's not even
Yeah, I
conscious.
will. And he starts walking towards
Listen.
How far?
30 feet.
I want to attack him if he
I'm
crosses
going to look
me.
at it and say, listen.
You're going to attack him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, don't attack him.
Are we in rounds or out of rounds? Because otherwise,
It's an opportunity
Yeah.
attack because he's passing through it. Is that a
21?
15? Yeah, you hit.
Non-lethal, of course.
Okay.
8.
The diamond.
3 plus 5, 8.
So how do you do it as he's walking by?
Oh, great. You knock him unconscious.
So, no, I'm just going to...
No, you did not lethal, so you
Yeah.
I did
you're
not
not-
lethal.
He's unconscious though. He still
Yeah.
goes to 0.
Okay, so I'm just going to hit him as hard as I can with my shield and just make him fall to the
As
ground.
he's walking by and he just goes,
I just love that Tegan's like, we're all trying to go. And the guy's walking behind Tegan's just like, BAM! And he just falls over. Go to
first,
sleep.
just- Alright, so both of them are unconscious now.
Okay, could somebody help me? I don't know how to find the gold in this guy's pockets.
I'll look. Are we out of?
You guys are out of initiative order now. If you spend enough time, you can figure out there's like the openings are in kind of odd places, but you're able to get in. They do seem like they're specially tailored for people who try to conceal items.
Yeah. Thieves' pockets.
So we're
You
just
do
going to
find
strip him.
two bags of gold, and you find 200 gold pieces.
Okay, well then we take 150 and we put it with the unconscious person. So when he wakes up, he finds 150 pieces of gold, and then we leave the other.
So you're
50
leaving
gold.
an unconscious man with 150 gold pieces on top.
I
of
wanna
it.
Concealed? No, concealed
On
in
the
his
road.
pocket.
I want to search the guy with the crossbow.
Actually, I can
gonna search
wake
him?
him up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we keeping the other 50?
What
No.
is it?
Investigation.
Leaving it with the thief.
6.
I mean, you find some crossbow bolts.
no.
He's got kind of
I'm not waking up there, Kokra.
in some
You
of
guys
his
can
pockets
decide.
on
I'm just.
the chest of his. He's wearing like leather armor. He has
Hey,
a
Ryan.
very basic leather.
I heal the angry farmer for 8 hit
Okay.
points.
He was face down and he gets up. He's like, what?
I just healed you. You're welcome. Here's your 150 gold.
And he takes the gold and he says, "You know where I come from? Think you don't mean much when you're the one who put me in the ground in the first place."
Yeah, good. Just get out of here before I put you back there. Go on.
I mean, I can hit him with my shield again.
No,
He's gonna
don't
take
get
his
him.
money. He's like,
Leave him alive.
"What about him? What are you gonna do with that?"
That's 150
thieving?"
gold I could use.
I haven't decided yet, but punishment will commence. I'm just not sure what. Do you have a suggestion? Other than killing him?
Other than killing him,
Other than killing him.
Let's take his belongings, tie him up, and bring
break
him.
his other wing, maybe.
No, we're just gonna tie him up, wings and all, and we're gonna take him to the.
We'll take
The
him
guards.
to Duncaster. Tell them he's a
Oh,
thief.
great plan.
Is that
yeah.
a bad idea?
No, that'll certainly really teach him a lesson. I'm sure he'll never do this again.
If they put him in, don't
He,
they have some
he
kind
turns
of
his
jail?
head. He turns his head and he's like walks.
Wait. Is the Duncaster system bad? I've never.
What are they gonna care about some farmer who had his stuff taken by some thieving bird man?
Well, who is the authorities?
Actually, it wasn't taken because if it was taken, you wouldn't have it. But you have it. So now there's been no crime. So you're free to leave.
Well, I'm leaving.
Okay, I guess.
But if you think that taking him to the guards in Duncaster, you guys,
we are not from around here.
yeah, I can tell. And he turns around and he starts walking back off down the road.
Well, that's gratitude for you.
I should let him hit him with his shield again.
Well, we did knock him unconscious.
I mean, there's that.
Well, we could have taken all of the gold. if
Man,
we-
With the scorching rack.
we are making friends and influencing people everywhere we go.
Yeah, I want to rub that symbol off my shield or whatever, so no one knows who the hell we are.
He's put a little cloth over it.
So what are you gonna do with the bird?
We're just gonna not wake him up just yet. Stick him in the wagon and
Is he tied up?
get some distance between here and there.
Okay.
So
We're taking him with us?
No harm, no foul. Sure, why not?
tying him up?
Okay.
He's still hurt. Okay. He just doesn't need to steal from. Make sure he doesn't steal from us.
I mean, I
And
think tying him up's the best way to do it right now.
sure. He can't fly away.
That's true. He can't go far.
So wake him up
So
later.
he chats with you most of the rest of the way to Duncaster, and at first he keeps trying to convince you. No, I promise, I'm not actually a thief. You let that poacher go, he's going to go kill another one just like me, and you let him take all my money.
No, just 150 gold you took from him.
I did not take anything from anyone.
I
Come
don't
on.
believe you.
What money? You don't have any.
What is the world coming to when you can't believe another fellow traveler, huh? You said it. We're both nomads. We have that common connection.
This is what I thought until I found out you steal from people. I really don't like thieves.
He's just silly. But eventually he realizes that's not really gaining any traction. And he just kind of sits silently, and then every now and then he'll
It's very disappointing because otherwise, I really enjoyed talking to you. It makes me sad.
I'll try to convince him that the pursuit of the shiny coins is hollow and it just leads to spiritual corruption.
Okay.
And see what happens.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Is it converted
like
into
hell.
Druidism?
14.
Okay. I mean, he listens to you. He lets you talk, and he doesn't interrupt you, and hears what you're saying. He's like, "Oh, that is not such a bad idea, I guess. It's just something that I will think about. I appreciate it all you're having to say. In fact, I think that I might be turning a new leaf already. I'm not sure why I would need to have these. What are these, manacles on?
No.
I'll stay here. We'll go into Duncaster. Where am I going to go? I cannot fly away. There's no reason to treat me like a prisoner, right?
you guys can just sit and chat. We spend so much time together now. It's not a problem.
Do you wish to go to Duncaster?
Can I gag him?
Sure.
Please don't.
I'm gagging him. I don't want him to talk anymore.
Well, I would. Hey, what do you?
How do you gag? Does he have a beak?
Why did you do that? I was just talking. It's not a big deal.
I didn't want to hear him talk.
I mean, you're not going to gag me the next time you don't want to hear me talk, right? Right?
We'll see.
Oh, yeah, this is not good.
Okay. So you guys start getting closer to Duncaster.
Before we go any further, did we take the 50 extra gold out of his pockets, or we left that with him?
Thought we left it.
You left it with
Yeah,
him.
we
I
left it.
didn't.
Okay.
He's going
I
to
know that
prison.
upsets the two thieves in the party.
He's not going to prison.
And
We've got.
and I
plenty.
meant to. Well, no. Actually, that worked out the way I should have. Never mind.
I don't steal for money. I just steal for when I do it.
For fun.
It's more for fun.
I just do because I want everything.
Okay. So
Read and thrill seeker.
It's still. Is it still another day to Duncaster? Like, are we gonna?
yeah,
rest
is there
this-
anything you'd like to do? You're really close to Duncaster. You're about to make your way to the entrance of Duncaster. Is there anything else you want to do on this trip before you actually enter Duncaster?
So let me ask this question: this armor I'm wearing, while I'm wearing it, I'm cursed.
Yeah. But
So
you
I
can't take it off
What?
without a removed curse.
What?
That's 'cause it's cursed.
Season is it?
It is fall.
Oh.
Why?
Go get some crawfish.
Yeah. Actually, could you, Quetzal, if we stop, you are a great hunter, I have heard. Perhaps you could find us something to eat, rations that the way you eat, the wild thing. You've talked about it a lot. Maybe we should try it.
What are you asking me to do?
To hunt for us some food. Find prey, bring it here so we can all eat together. Use your natural skills to provide us a meal for the evening. I want to try to eat the way you are always telling us we should eat instead of rations. I want
Raw
to,
food?
It's a team building thing.
Okay. I mean, you really want food that way? Then you. Yeah, I'll get you food.
This time.
So as you get closer to Duncaster, it starts raining, and you can kind of notice that it gets overcast.
Are we sleeping at all or not?
Up to you.
It's
I mean,
a
is
long
it-
rest in between this.
Yeah,
and
That's what I meant to say.
We're dealing with it in abstract terms.
Okay.
So you'll have taken a long rest
Okay.
before you get there.
Okay. Yeah.
At the time that we sleep, I'm going to cut this joker loose and tell him to just go.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, you do it when I'm asleep, and then I don't
Okay.
interfere.
Yeah.
He looks at you and says, "Hey, thank you very much. It's a pleasure. I will be as quiet as I can. Make me a perception check."
You know I don't sleep, right?
That's fine. Perception? 15.
Okay. As he's making his way out, you notice that he's trying to step between people who are sleeping very carefully, and he kind of stumbles a little bit. And when he stumbles, you notice his hand kind of reaches into Bree's pack.
Oh, that's not happening. Okay, well then I'm just screw that. Okay, well. Oh, why is this guy such a freaking pain in the ass?
Try to
Okay,
help.
I'm just
How close
gonna
to
yell out
right?
that he's stealing from us and he had his chance.
And as soon as you yell, he pulls his hand away and he just runs as fast as he can. He's had some
Well,
time to recover.
He's not gonna run faster than a freaking
Scorching ray.
goddamn cheetah or whatever I'm gonna turn into and catch his butt. So
I wake up
I
and
try to help somebody and it's just like,
So you
"Oh,
guys
sorry."
all wake up.
No, because we have this routine down. Because assassins literally have tried to kill me
Yeah.
3 times now. I wake up and
I'll let each of you. I'm not going to worry about
That's the
initiative.
routine.
You'll
Yeah.
each be able to do something. But
Yeah.
all he is doing is he is just running.
yeah,
He's
no.
running
The
as fast as he
routine
can.
is if someone wakes me up and says we're in the middle of battle, I find a target and blast it. It may not
Yeah,
always work
I
out
mean,
well for us.
Dire wolf speed. I'm sorry, no, I can't turn into that.
You know, one day you guys will listen to me when I tell you about our prisoners.
One day, but not today.
We're
Apparently.
trying to
not
show
today.
a little
You've been stabbed twice.
Yep. I've been
my
unconscious several
the
times.
panther I turned into tries to hunt him down, and so yeah,
Nice.
speed 50,
Ooh, that's double
and I can
100.
track him with smell if he freaking disappears on me.
What are you gonna do with him? When you
Just break both of his
Hand
break his,
wave, he's a bad dude.
just break his other wing.
I mean, it's like how many different ways of charity can we show you? Now he's like, yeah.
Here, I'm gonna be Dimitri for a second. Let's just cut his wings off.
There you go. It's killing him. There you go.
It's not killing
he
him.
went from he was a hurt animal to now he's a wild and dangerous animal, and so now Quetzal's thinking he needs to be put down. Sorry,
We
Let-
killed
let's-
him.
let's
You're
strip
faster
him.
than him. I'll let you catch you.
I mean, I'll knock him down and just,
Yeah.
Let's
do
strip
what I
him
can
and
do.
put
I mean,
him in
and
the
once
big
everybody gets
stall.
up, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, we're
Sorry.
just
He is
Elder
wounded,
Blast,
he
Scorching
can't
Ray,
fly away.
Scorching
I
Ray,
hate
Elder
to do
Blast,
this, but
Elder
it's
Blast.
like if he's so, then I would feel bad if I'm bringing this guy into town where he's just going to steal from everybody. It's like I tried to redeem the dude, try to let him go, and how he's going to repay
So what does
me.
that look like? I'll say that Quetzal's as a panther is strong enough. So what does that look like as Quetzal
Just
pounces?
pull him down and then grab the back of his neck with my teeth and just shake till he stops moving. So
Yeah, and so you all wake up and you see a panther with the Aarakocra in his mouth, just like
yeah,
So I
carrying
see
it
that.
back and forth.
So Dimitri sees that, stands up for a minute, stares for a couple minutes, lays back down, goes back to sleep.
I will undo myself and then say if anyone wants to remove the remaining metal discs from his body, I have no objection.
And of course, I'll take those. I want to
So
search
the
his
other 50
entire
gold.
body. Just 50.
Oh, and just
and the satchel contained 2 healing potions.
just
Ooh, I
to
need those.
irritate Tegan, I take all his lamp oil. Not Tegan's oil.
He doesn't
the
have any
Aarakocra's
of
lamp. No, be quiet. I take all the Aarakocra's lamp oil.
That is
He had like
accurate.
4
Stop!
flasks.
Stop interfering with my coolness, DM.
Don't worry about your. You don't even worry about putting it on your sheet, but you definitely take all
I
of
definitely
the
take,
oil.
I take
he has.
all the lamp oil he has, and I make sure Tegan knows that I have all the lamp oil that Aarakocra has before I go back to sleep.
And then you pour it out.
That's right. For the homies.
Hey, I need you to cast bonfire. We need to burn the body.
Why do we need to burn the body?
You don't like fried chicken?
I mean,
This one's meat is bad.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it's good to eat, but if you like the smell, it will leave like a candle, in the apothecary, pleasant aroma, maybe. I don't know. We could burn him for scent. I mean, why not?
This is going to come back to bite us in the ass.
I mean, I'm
somebody
following
finds-
your
Just leaving a
suggestion.
dead body in the middle of the road.
Okay, fine.
I mean, it
Bonfire.
does. It look,
Okay.
a panther attack.
It's a
There's no
funeral.
panthers in this area.
It's a funeral pyre.
Oh, there's one. There's one panther in this area.
So now it's a funeral pyre.
I lied about the coffee. I'm going to have some more.
Oh, please, help yourself.
Go for it.
Okay,
I
so
gather up
after
the
we
pyre.
strip him down and he's burnt, hopefully
Yeah.
well done, let's just go to city.
Okay.
So the adventure after Duncaster is the authorities questioning us about a burnt Aarakocra. That's right. The Sphinx is like, I have a question about your travels.
Sheriff Blackfeather, how are we to know that's your brother?
Okay.
Alexa, play Thunderstorm sound.
And the thunder rolls, and the lightning crashed.
I like
That was a
Garth.
fun one.
I like Garth Brooks a lot. Alexa, play Thunderstorm sounds.
Not you.
Alexa,
Play
play.
thunderstorm sounds on my Echo Dot.
Alexa, play thunderstorm sounds.
The tablet's picking it up.
Oh, I'd say earlier it picked up on my voice, and that one went when I didn't mean for it to.
Oh, really?
I thought maybe it's just a volume problem.
I forgot to text my brother and tell him happy birthday.
There's something over. Oh. Does it matter that there's no lights on this thing?
Yeah, just say Alexa.
Alexa, play thunderstorm sounds.
Oh.
Alexa, play the sound of thunderstorms.
The skill, ambient noise can help you with that. Did you want to enable it?
Yeah,
No.
you don't need to enable certain skills.
All right.
Mine just says, I say, and when I go to bed, I say, Alexa, play the sound of the ocean, and it plays me ocean sounds for, I don't know, 20 to 40
I don't like
minutes.
talking to robots.
I don't either.
I actually,
She goes into timeout.
I actually don't
when
mind
I'm
it
here.
anymore.
I don't like it. Like, I'll use it for music and stuff, but if she does something weird, she goes into timeout, gets unplugged.
No,
Freaks me out.
interesting.
All right. So while this is happening, there's two things I need to do in the city. I need to get uncursed, and I need to get my hammer.
What's wrong with your hammer?
I got the silver sword that I want to melt it down and make it into a hammer,
Oh.
a war hammer,
Okay.
because
Okay.
silver weapons have
Properties against the lycanthropes?
yes properties.
Yes.
Either that or see if I can get mine plated. I don't know if that's something I could do.
So as you approach Duncaster, when you get maybe within 30 minutes, it's completely overcast. And the closer you get, you can kind of just see this dark looming. The structures that form it and the walls that surround it are dark gray and grimy, almost to the point of looking black. And it starts to rain as you get closer. And so when you first get to the city, there's a thunderstorm, and there's still some travelers around with the hoods on their cloaks up and kind of milling about. But there's this sense as you get closer, the three of you remember being here previously, and just being here, there's a sense of like kind of downtroddenness. And as you approach the gates, you notice, unlike when you were here several years ago, there are more guards at the main entrance to the city, and they
This is the city.
they're checking every person who comes into the city, and they're asking them questions, and so you guys get closer, and it's almost your turn to go through kind of the checkpoint. So what are you guys doing?
Are they just talking to people, you said?
Yeah.
I mean, we're all on the cart, I'm guessing.
Are we trying to go in under some sort of...
I think we're trying to go in as normal. Hi, we're keepers of the pact. We're here to solve problems. Hey, what's going on? That's
Because-
the story.
The problem was...
Dead people.
Dead people, but then that person was
Found.
still
Oh,
alive.
you think secrecy is important?
I don't know. I mean...
So
Well, then
here's
we
a
don't
we should just-
refresher.
know.
Maybe we should just be here to see Offenhof then, and we should hide our symbols.
Maybe for
Here's a
now.
refresher about how you got sent here. Einar Figglestaff had sent word to the Sphinx that there was something happening locally in Duncaster that the leaders of the city are not concerning themselves with. In the Gravelfoot district, which is the poorest and least maintained area of the city, many people are reporting strange interactions with their loved ones. Some people are going missing, some are acting oddly and leaving their homes at weird hours, which wouldn't seem odd at first until they discovered the body. A body was found in the district by an orphan in the street, and it was reported to the guards. And when the guards went to notify the wife of the deceased, the door was opened, and inside they saw the dead man reading a story to their son. The guards were puzzled, but chalked it up to a mistake and some magical issue and discarded the unknown corpse, burning it to ash and granting it a pauper's funeral of sorts. Einar caught wind of this and summoned the Sphinx, not able or possibly not willing to devote much more of his retired life to solving of this particular problem.
So I say we just go in, not under the assumption that we're keepers, just as we're just travelers, and see if we can keep it under wraps for a little bit.
Okay, so it's your turn to come up in line, and there's about 4 guards who are kind of standing there and say, "All right, boys, what kind of credentials do you have? What's your business here in the city?"
You want to take this?
Not all at once, y'all.
We're here to solve problem. And
Yeah.
I show the keepers of the pact symbol.
He looks at the other 3 guards and says, "Oh, well, they're here to solve problems. Well, if you're here to solve problems, then of course we're going to let you in. Oh, wait, what problem are you here to solve?"
Well, we're also here to visit friends, but our friends tell us they have problems they need our help with, so we're going to help our friends.
Who's your friend?
Einar Finkelstaff and Offenhoff, what's his face, who owns the Horn of the Lonely Something Tavern or other. Nice guy. Helped me out before, I don't remember his name. It's been about 5 years since I've been to this town.
The Lonely Horn.
The Lonely Horn. Which sounds like a brothel, but it's not. It's a tavern. Totally legit.
Really?
When you think about it, Lonely Horn, I mean,
Don't.
that's what it sounds like.
they all look at each other and they're like,
I'm not from here. I don't come around here very often.
so you got a problem that...
No. My friend Einar has a problem. Asked me to come. While I'm here helping Einar with his problem, thought I would visit my friend Offenhoff, who runs a bar or a tavern around here.
You got anybody else you know here in town other than this Einar person? Never heard of him. Offenhoff, that sounds familiar.
You have the alchemist friend that Bree stole from.
Okay, that's not the friend.
I said that outside character.
There was a
And,
wait. There was the other guy that was really nice to me, the shopkeeper. I forget.
And so at this
and,
point,
the temple.
you see from
Oh,
just
yes.
inside the gate someone, a woman who looks to be wearing kind of like chain armor, looks past. She's like, I thought I knew that voice. Boys, this here, and she walks around and you recognize Penelope Castle, who was an old flame of Dimitri, who you had met before, who was hired by some of the elders and worked
yeah.
security for one of the elders. And she
Yeah.
looks, boys, trust me, the council's okay with this one and his buddies coming into the city. It's not a problem. There's no reason to give them a hard time, fellas. And as soon as they see her walk around, they're like, yes, ma'am, of course not. Yeah, we were just asking the normal questions, not giving them a hard time or nothing. Come on in. You're always welcome here. A friend of Penelope's a friend of ours, of course. Come on. and they kind of part ways and
And
kind of make a way for you to go in.
Dimitri has a big, broad smile on his face. Smiles really big, overly big at Penelope. Penelope!
Nah, don't get any ideas anymore, Dimitri. You've been gone a long time.
And you look as beautiful as ever.
Did he try to wash you too?
What?
Would you please stop with that? Seriously, there was. You make one choice of words badly, they never let you forget it.
Yeah, I remember a few bad choices of words you had.
Okay.
Tough to forget sometimes.
Yeah, well, be that as it may, thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
No problem. The council's up security lately. Things have just been a little strange here.
That's why we are here. To help. At least, I think that's why we're here. We were told there were problems in the city and we were sent to help sort them out.
Well, if you're here to solve all the problems in this city, I think you might need to be here a little longer.
Well, I don't know about all the problems, but a few specific ones. I wanted to ask you about them.
Well, look, I wasn't planning on spending my afternoon with y'all, and I have business with the council to attend to, but you always know how to find me if you need to, so hopefully you guys will have a nice time here in Duncaster, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. And she kind of walks off. She looks behind, she's like, but do stay safe.
We will,
And turns down.
Dimitri watches her walk away for far longer than necessary.
All right.
We're here.
Yay.
Where to first?
So INR is our contact in the city.
He's the one who notified the Sphinx.
So we need to find
But
him.
we found him last time at the
Lonely Horn, right?
We should go see Offenhoff, although I warn you, you might have forgotten. But we
know.
still owe the Minotaur a
Look,
favor for that.
It's
bright girl.
inevitable.
No, I agree.
Let's just.
And
Can-
we should definitely
can,
go make good. I believe in making good on promises and debts. I believe in keeping my word. I'm just reminding you all because we might end up with the extra tasks here.
That's all right.
Can we? Can I go get cured from this curse before we do anything?
Oh yeah, we should visit the temple.
Okay, you guys go to the
Nope,
temple.
you're coming
I'm
with
gonna...
me.
No.
We'd never split the party.
I don't.
It's gonna be so great. They're
It's
gonna
so
be so
great.
happy
Going
to
to
see
be
you.
We're gonna have a party.
This I don't. Okay, look. I'll go with you. I'll wait outside.
Nope.
You.
You have to introduce us.
Just tell them I sent you. They'll fall all over themselves. It's
No,
fine.
you're coming with us, inside and out.
Oh, this is. I think this is the worst thing you've ever asked me to do.
I'll let you wash me later.
Oh my
Look, you love that.
god. I don't. Really, I don't. It was a bad line. I had a different thing in mind. It went poorly for me. I chose my words badly.
I think there's actually a tavern in there.
That's what I'm looking for.
Are we going
No,
to the
we're going to
tavern
we're going to
first?
the temple first.
We're going to
the
the
temple?
temple.
Mistra,
Okay.
yeah. They're dragging me against my will.
A market.
Yeah, market.
So we're going to the temple.
Okay.
And
So this is picture
temple.
that. It's picture that scene where like we all walk up to the temple, and as we get right in front of it, Dimitri turns around and tries to leave, and they grab him by the arm and turn him back around, and he's like,
Why do you have to go in the temple?
"This is my question. There's no reason
He
for me
wants
to
to
go in the temple."
be
I need to
get
be
rid of this
cured.
armor.
As you guys get closer,
And we experienced this through the flashback, but they like lose it when Dimitri comes.
Well,
And we'll do.
This isn't better. He doesn't even know. Could you? I don't. Oh God.
It's really
so
funny to
as
watch.
you get closer, there's like a priest outside, and he's like sweeping the floor, and he's like, "It's the chosen one!
Oh God! Here we go.
He's arrived!" And he runs inside.
Seriously. Okay, they know I'm here. You go in.
Nope.
It's fine. And Dimitri
And I
starts
grab
to
him
turn
by
to
his
me.
collar and just drag him with me.
And about 5 other priests come out there like, "It's the chosen one! He's arrived!
Please.
Blessings of Mistra! He
No,
has come to
listen,
us again!
please stand
Please
up.
give us a blessing!
Please,
Come!
yes.
Come! There's a
Oh.
congregation
Okay,
inside!
just hold on. Look, please stand up.
Oh yes, a
Please.
congregation.
Congregation.
listen,
Let's
They'd
go
love if
say
you would
hi.
speak to them
No,
great
I don't
words
want
of
to
power!
Listen,
But they
please,
love it.
Please stand up. Please stop bowing. Listen, it's not. Oh God.
Would you like us to bow deeper?
No. Please don't. Please don't.
I think we can manage.
No, please don't.
Prostate
Bow
yourself, is
deeper,
that what it's
everyone.
called?
No. The older people should not be bowing. It's going to hurt their backs.
I'm gonna bow also, because
No.
blessings of oh my back.
God. The last time I came here, they started to flagellate themselves. It's very bad. Okay, listen.
Quickly, what do you need? Wine? Wine? We've got wine.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
quickly,
I
send the
actually
servants.
do
Get
like
some
the
wine.
wine. Actually,
Wine.
that part
Extra
is true.
wine.
That part is true. No, listen. This is my friend Tegan. He's very strong, and he helps me a lot. And he is cursed. An evil person
no.
put a curse on him, and I don't have. Mistra has not yet blessed me with the ability to remove curses. I'm told it's coming. Version 2.0, it's not out yet, in beta testing. So if you could just remove his curses, I would be very grateful.
Wait, is it the will of Mistra for us to remove the curse?
I believe it is because he keeps me safe, he protects me.
The will of Mistra must be done! Thank you, Chosen One, for bringing us the light of the way of Mistra. Quickly, come inside, come inside.
Yes.
We'll make preparations for the ritual to
great,
remove the
yeah.
curse. But we need you to speak to the congregation. Quickly,
Oh,
come inside.
Okay, fine.
I'm gonna sit-
Children, read your tomes.
Bro.
And there's like
Study
30
your
or 40,
arcana.
30 or 40 people inside who
Yeah.
are like in pews.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
And
standing
some of
up here.
them have no idea who you are, but the priests all
Like
recognize
freaking
you.
out, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I have. Mistra has graced me on occasion with visions and insight for which I am grateful. I think sometimes people make too much of it, but I am grateful. And one thing I do know, you should seek knowledge. Knowledge is the cornerstone of Mistra's teachings. Knowledge is power of a kind. And come to church with a glad heart and treat each other with kindness. And this will please Mistra in a variety of ways. And then I look at the priest. Am I done now? Or is that...
Blessings of Mitra
Oh.
are upon all of us. Everyone, lower yourselves beneath him.
No,
And everyone in the congregation starts bowing
please,
down
no, please,
on their
No, please
They're
don't
like-
bow to me.
I'm like this. I'm like,
Oh,
I can see Bree falling out of the pew.
this is not... Okay. I'm not worthy of all
And everyone
this.
starts chanting together, Mistra, chosen one.
Yeah.
Mistra,
Okay.
chosen one.
Okay.
Mistra,
This-
chosen one.
Do you see why I don't want to
I'm
come
outside
here?
in the rain, man. This is embarrassing.
All right,
You can hear the
Thank
chanting.
you.
can still hear the chanting.
It's
from
collection
outside.
Oh, I heard the
time.
Oh,
chanting.
you're
yeah.
outside in the
It's
rain.
collection time.
Yeah.
Let's pass the collection plates around.
Oh God! Stop it! Don't take advantage of these people. They're good people. They don't
outta
deserve
here.
to be taken advantage of by you.
So the high priest of this temple comes out and he's like, I've made the preparations for the ritual to remove the curse.
Could I beg for one more favor from the church that I believe will help me carry out Mistra's will?
Anything, just ask.
I would like some time alone in your library that I might read and meditate and focus myself on Mistra's will in a greater fashion. I need time to focus my mind on her will. So
Of
that
course,
I can...
but may I speak to you privately for a moment?
Yes, of course.
and he kind of like puts his arm on your
You
back.
sure you
and
wanna
he
go
kind
by
of walks in.
yourself?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
And he looks at you and says,
I don't know how to say this, but your arrival could not have come at a better time. I hate to say, there's been a new religion popping up. Normally our numbers would be double what they are now, but people aren't really coming like they used to the Church of Mistra. But if they knew the Chosen One was here to speak on a regular basis, perhaps we could bring more to the light of Mistra.
I will, of course. She is my patron, my benefactor, the one who has given my life purpose. So, of course, I will do what I can to benefit her church. But what new religion? What is driving people away from the church? What has happened? I might need to address that more directly.
Well, it sprung up a few months ago in the Gravelfoot district. There was a group calling themselves the Lost and Found.
The lost and found.
I think I saw one of their boxes somewhere.
Indeed, I found a quote in there.
You're outside.
I know.
But they started preaching in the Gravelfoot district, but soon their influence spread beyond their own walls, and people are really buying into this thing, and I think it's just a lot of bollocks, but...
Do they delve into necromantic arts? Or?
No. I mean, it's kind of a feel-good, rah-rah type thing. You know, the really shallow stuff, though, that people fall for.
Oh yes, like that guy in Isgard, the Olstein guy in Isgard. Big Colosseums, talks a lot of feel-good stuff about Pelor, but doesn't really have any
Well, it's
substance.
a little different than that, I guess. They're not very rich. I mean, they started in the Gravelfoot district. Obviously, they don't have temples like this. It's more of a street movement of sorts. But any time you need in our library, you are more than welcome to stay here. In fact, I'd encourage you to stay longer, and perhaps we could renew the numbers of the people coming to Mistra. With your help, Chosen One.
I will do what I can, of course. Could you, other than my friend who is being decursed, would you mind asking politely my other friends to join me in the library? I wish to share Mitra's blessings with
I
them.
will send emissaries to retrieve your friends from outside of the temple.
Thank
But,
you.
I just...
No, please.
Well, I really hate to ask, but
Ask.
the ritual to remove your friend's curse, it has some rather costly components to it. And with our numbers dwindling...
No, of course. How much money would it require?
No, don't, you really shouldn't worry about it.
No, but Mistra provides for me, and in many ways, it's nothing.
10 gold would probably cover most of the components we need.
No problem. It's no problem, and I hand him 20 gold.
Okay. Oh, blessings of Mistra. Oh, you really are
Please
the
take that out
chosen
of my
one.
fund.
Oh, I'm not keeping track of your gold.
Oh, okay. Well, the party fund then.
Yeah, I was gonna take it.
I'll start keeping track of my own gold.
How much did I give before that I said to take? That I told you? I thought you were
8
keeping
to
track
pay
of
that guy.
8. Okay.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just keeping track.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Where'd the 50 go from the whatchamacallit?
We didn't take his 50, did we?
Okay. So I
Tegan
spent.
took it.
I spent.
Did you pocket that? In fact, you know what? That's dirty. I don't even want to.
I also got 2 healing potions.
Okay, suddenly I realized I need to start being a thief because that 8 gold was all the gold I had. I have silver and copper, but I don't have any more gold.
I got 2 healing potions, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, being good is hard. I understand what the priest's talking about.
I guess
Well, I took that out of party.
all of the other 3 of you,
Yeah, so-
various priests come out. They're like, "Please, the chosen one has requested your presence in the library."
And you know
Please
enough to
follow
know
me.
that's me.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a library?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kinda.
So when you get in the library, he says, "This is now you
bet
see
there
Quetzal
is.
why I didn't want to come to the temple. It's a bit much."
Let's just go to the.
So excited over something so.
Alchemist librarian?
Agreed.
40.
I have a rune on my head, and someone wants to
49.
kill me.
Although they're
There
not
was
numbered,
a
are they?
prophecy, and suddenly, oh, I'm the chosen one. Big deal. Mistra's magic flows through me, but I'm not the only one. But I'm the chosen one. Don't make the here's the problem. They make a big deal, but it's their understanding of their religion. It's not their fault. I don't want to be cruel to these people while they're trying to kill me with their kindness.
Let's just use this.
Um,
Kind of curious.
Anyway, I do want to read some of these tomes, but I also thought this was a good chance for us to talk while Tegan is getting
It's
his
an alchemist librarian.
decursed. So,
I think so.
and then I'll share with them. I know Tegan's getting ritual up, but I'll share with them, and later with Tegan what you told me about the gravel district and the lost and found. There's this cult's popping up.
I wonder if they're connected, the two.
I think so. The head priest didn't think they're not public about the necromantic arts, but just like the last time we were here, there is a public face to these movements, and then there's what's really going on. And so, I'm assuming it's either necromantic, or it's doppelgangers, right? Or it's some sort of illusion magic, something like that. There's a fraud or something worse at play, and this cult, I think, is probably a part of it. So I think now on our list, Einar, Offenhof, figure out the lost and found a little better, is what I'm thinking.
Is the Lonely Horn in the gravel district?
No, it is outside of the gravel district, but it's the merchant district where it is. It's kind of, it has a connecting access point to the Gravelfoot district.
And I'm reading some, and the rest of the time I'm reading some different spell tomes and just sort of, practice. My magic's more innate, but I'm practicing things and just sort of reinforcing in my mind the spells I already know and laying the groundwork for future knowledge. Just sort of familiarizing myself, reading up on higher level magics that I will one day cast, and just sort of helping shape my future development. And I guess however long it takes to decurse him.
Yeah, the process doesn't take very long, maybe like 10 minutes. But they usher you into a room.
Okay, so it takes an hour because I tell the priest to make it take an hour and make him stand in a weird.
There's a lot
position
more
for a
words.
long time.
There's a lot. It
Just-
seems really wordy,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. He has to stand there for a really long time.
But at the end of it, you can feel the armor kind of like unattaching itself to your body, and it kind of sloughs off. And so there's just a.
So what's the deal with the armor? Is it bad, or is it? What's the curse?
So while it was cursed, I was resistant to bludgeoned, but what was it?
You had resistance
Slashing.
to bludgeon, but you were vulnerable
To
the other two.
to slashing and piercing.
Oh, I see. So okay, so you took it off, and now we're just done with it, basically.
Well, the curse is off of it. I still wear it and get the.
No. The curse is not off of it.
Okay.
You're just
Remove
not
curse,
wearing it
just
anymore.
let-
You're not cursed by it anymore, but the armor is still cursed. So the next person to attune to it
Oh.
will
Is
also
there a way
be
to
cursed.
remove the curse from the armor?
Yes.
But that's something else, right?
It would require something. You could dispel it potentially, but it's going to be. It would be so. The way dispel magic works for this purpose is the level of spell that's enchanting it. You would have to. It gets harder the higher the level.
But the problem is, if you succeed in dispelling it, it just becomes regular plate armor.
Yeah.
It doesn't become. You need to enchant some
Yeah.
different armor to get. It's not. It's worth its weight in scrap or as plate armor. You could sell it you could sell it back to a shop as plate armor with a discount because they're going to have to pay somebody to decurse the dispel magic the armor.
Okay.
Although you don't know it's cursed until you've attuned to it.
But I know it's cursed, so.
You know it's cursed.
Right, but we're not going to lie about it.
Oh, yes, I am.
Tegan. Oh my god! Don't do that.
Can I see the book to see how much plate armor sells for?
I think it's 900
900?
or 750. I can't remember.
750. I think.
What?
It's expensive.
Thank you, sir. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Do I need to attune to my old armor?
No, because your old armor wasn't magical.
Your old armor is you, isn't it? You're just wearing it.
Yes and no.
I don't really understand how that works, but
Parts
I'll
and
trust you.
pieces.
It becomes part of me.
So,
So what's the plan?
I guess we're going to the Lonely Horn. Look
Yeah.
for.
Well, do we need to buy supplies or
iron.
anything before we go get
Iron.
into the story?
What sort of supplies?
I'll ask the church.
Are you going to sell the
Cursed armor?
cursed armor?
I'll ask the church for an old, worn but usable dagger.
Sure, they got plenty of those lying
Just to
around.
have a dagger.
So you
Take
pay 20
two
gold
daggers.
pieces
Here.
of your
Here,
money
have a
to
second
uncurse
dagger.
his shit that he's now selling for 900 gold, and you're borrowing a fucking dagger from the temple.
1,500.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
1,500.
That makes absolutely no sense. You should have had him donate that to the temple.
1,500?
But
That's if you were buying it fresh
Okay.
from a blacksmith.
You're right,
yeah.
but
whatever. Okay.
Okay.
So you're not going to get
right,
more than
but,
that, but
We can hold them down.
you've got to find a
Or
buyer.
you know what?
You can't.
I'm also
I'll,
trying to
Thank you.
let.
So I want to go to the blacksmith.
Yes. That is a good point, Ketzel. That's a good.
We should.
You know what?
See,
I've given
donate.
enough gold to the group. All of the gold that I stole from Harum Darum went to the group.
Yeah, but the church did get it off of you.
Yeah, and
So you should donate it. They're suffering.
we should have passed around the collection plate.
You
What do you
want
mean?
to take money from poor people to keep the church
This
going.
isn't the
when
poor
you
area.
Their numbers have dwindled. They are suffering. It is a hard time. You could donate
Just
something.
a
to them.
portion.
Maybe I
Yes.
should make one of the priests put on this armor.
Don't do that. Come on now. They make a.
We'll see what I can do for him later.
They're doing their best. Okay. Now that happens. Okay. Why don't you guys go to Offenhof and I'll catch up to you. I'm going to help them out a little more, and I'm gonna say another service as best I remember. I mean, I did grow up in the church. I was essentially a ward of the church for a long time, so I know the rituals. I know you know what I mean. I'll go through the whole shebang, and preside and make the priest super happy, and let the faithful go back and say, "Oh, the chosen one was here," and blah blah blah, and I'll do all the things they want me to do, and just sort of spread goodwill throughout the church.
You're just asking for another assassin to kill you.
This is my other fear. I don't like staying in the church. I'm afraid there are people who get hurt by the next assassin sent by my aunt. But while I'm here, I'll try
Okay,
to
so
do some good.
I'm gonna stay with him while he's doing a sermon because I don't trust him being by himself.
That's actually smart. So we'll do that, and then we'll all go to the Offenhof together.
Well, I mean, if y'all want to go before
Or
us,
yeah, if y'all want to go.
go get us a room at the Lonely Horn or whatever.
I mean, I don't see the point in splitting the party.
Okay.
Okay. So after that's all done, we go to Offenhof.
Okay. So you guys go to the Lonely Horn. And this is the first time that I think Ketzel has been to the Lonely Horn.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't here before. So you come in and it's there's actually it's busier than you remember it. You think partly maybe because of the constant rain. People might be seeking some more shelter inside. And but you can see behind the bar the familiar outline of the back is turned to you, unmistakably a minotaur with one horn, kind of pouring and serving drinks from behind the bar. You also see
I thought there was one that was
Tulin,
bigger.
still kind of bouncing about, serving drinks to the various people inside of the bar. And there's maybe like 2 small tables that don't have people at it, but every other table is essentially filled. And in the middle of the bar, there's long benches that have kind of like grouped seating, where it's kind of just communal seating. Yeah. So what do you do?
No.
You can hear the low chatter of
way.
people talking, but it feels different than when you were here before. Kind of the tone of people seems a little more somber, a little less upbeat than
Is
before.
that it?
Is the waitress that got
Tulin
just the
Quince
bar.
is still
Yeah,
serving drinks. Mhm.
yeah, who wasn't it? Was it Tegan that she was really sweet on?
That's right.
Yeah,
Who's this? The
the
waitress.
waitress. And then is
Slash
Offenhoff-
entertainer.
Is Offenhoff visible?
Mhm. You can see him behind the bar.
So Dimitri will walk up to the bar. Hey, Offenhoff, my friend, how are you doing? Good to see you.
What are you doing here? It's so good to see you.
We came finally to see you. We missed you, man. How
Yeah?
have you been?
I'm doing quite well. How have you been?
Well, knocked unconscious, came back, win some, lose some, almost dead, fully healed, back and forth. You know, the adventuring life.
Who hasn't been there, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Me.
Okay, braggart, no one asked you.
So,
Anyway,
why are you here again?
Well,
this is unexpected, but very welcome.
More
yeah.
people
so
to murder.
just like before, we're here on keeper business, but we made it a point to come here because, as I recall, you still have a favor to call in, you rascal, and we came to see if you had any ideas. Just get it right out there in the
Oh
open.
God.
You just came to get a favor, right?
No.
You want? No, I know, but you just came here. I didn't even ask you, but you came and you asked. You're asking me to request a favor now. I
No.
mean,
Well, if
I'm
you-
not upset by it. It's just
if
I've never
you-
heard of anyone doing anything like quite like this.
If you
Just
have an
throwing
idea
it
now,
out there.
if not, it is important to me that I keep my word.
Well, I just have to tell you, this is not quite my favorite that I'm calling in just yet, but it is something that now that you're here, I feel like you should know about it, right? It's very important, and he you can see him kind of turn down, and you can see the one horn he has, and then kind of like the kind of broken off one here.
He's a minotaur.
And it's been flattened here, and on the little stump that's visible, you can see engraved in it like a shape, and it kind of looks a little bit like that, but it's actually it's a maze that doesn't have an exit, but it's got like a rising sun kind of behind it, and it's been engraved in his horn. He's like, I just want to tell you about this new place I found. It's the Lost and Found. It's a great group of people. It really has done wonders for me, and I just think that you should really get to know them. They've really opened my eyes, and I don't have a favor quite right now for you to call in, but you're always welcome here. I mean, of course, you would need to pay for any rooms that you acquire, right, while you stay here, but you are always more than welcome as friends of Offenhoff Birkenstock.
Can we make?
Oh, hey, you brought someone new with you.
We did. This is Ketzel. He's wise and perceptive and very knowledgeable about the nature and the ways of the natural world.
Is this? I'll respond to that in a second. Is this how clean is this place? Like, are there rats running around and no one
No
cares?
rats running around, but
Okay.
it has the smell of kind of staleness in the air.
Sure. Okay. So not like hoity-toity, but not like a complete.
Definitely not hoity-toity, but it's
You
not
know,
like
wharfside bar.
Correct,
Okay,
it's
not,
not quite
between that. Okay. I'm
Maybe that one.
just here to listen and perceive.
Oh,
and
but
learn.
you're in for quite a treat then, because there's so many conversations people have here. Yeah, it's so interesting. Yeah, you just listen to them, and you'll just hear so many different stories. That's one of the things that I like so much about the Lost and the Found, right? Is that it brings people from all over, right? Everybody comes from these different places, and then everybody comes together, and yet we all have this common thing, and it's just it very much just warms my heart, that.
Tell me,
Must excuse. Is there a fire going or whatever?
Yeah, there is.
It's quite smoky in here, and I miss the muck of my homeland, and can't. It's hard to turn down a good rainstorm. So.
Yeah, well, you're welcome to. And I've got a back porch if you don't want to go all the way through and be with, all of the other people. If you want at the moment alone, if you go back through the kitchen, there's a back door over there that you could just take a little peek out. There's lots of mud out there. In fact, it's actually sometimes a problem. Sometimes when it rains like this for so long, it gets all muddy back there, and when I have to take out the trash and things, sometimes this becomes a problem for me. But if you like the mud, there's lots of mud back there.
I'll basically thank him. I will walk around the corner into a dark place, whatever, out of the main room, turn into a cat, and then come back in the bar and listen to what people are saying in the various tables. Also, I can read lips. So
Okay.
I'm just going to sit there and
So
watch and listen.
Yeah, you catch different, you catch some of your standard stuff, people talking about their family life and about the day they had at work and dreading having to go to work the next day, that kind of standard stuff. But you do pick up, there's more than a few people who are talking about this lost and found thing. And they're talking about how, they haven't considered, you hear at one point somebody talking about, I don't know, I'm just not really sure if I want to, really join them, go through the initiation. I just don't know that that's something I really want right now. And then you hear some people who at a different table are talking with each other and like, I just couldn't be happier that I went through that initiation. I just feel like since then everything has been so much clearer for me. Everything just kind of falls into place. It's kind of amazing, really. And so there's a decent amount of talk about this lost and found group, and most of the people who are talking about it and seem to have had a significant amount of experience with it seem to be talking about it in a positive way.
Right. Okay. I'm just, and I'm watching my friends see if they leave. I'll follow out the door with them. But
Okay. What are the rest of you doing? But often, I'm still here.
would you tell me more about this lost and found? Somebody mentioned it when we were coming into town, and I thought, what a strange thing. I haven't lost anything. I don't need to find anything.
Oh, it's not about... Oh, sorry. Wrong accent. It's not about the thing that you have lost, right? It's about you being lost, right? And each one of us is so lost, in the everyday life, the things that we all are after, and yet we never seem to find, right? And so it's like the world is this maze, and that's how it's talked about sometimes, right? Life is like this maze, and there's no exit. We are just trapped here, and what they offer is that there's a way out of the maze. And when you find a way out of the maze, then you're no longer lost. You are found. You're no longer lost in the maze. You can find your purpose and meaning in life, yeah? And so this is an amazing
An
gift.
exit from life sounds like death.
No. The exit from the maze, right? You find freedom when you exit the maze.
Yeah, but
But
the
it's a
maze-
metaphor. This is not... Well, there is a maze, but it's a metaphor.
Wait, there's an actual maze you go through?
I can't give you too many details about this, yeah, because it involves, you see this here, and he points at the symbol on its own. You, whenever you become a full member of the Lost and Found, and you are willing to, fully give yourself over in order to be found, then and only then, do you receive a symbol such as this.
So
which
who is the deity, the god, the patron of
It's,
this religion?
there isn't one.
But every religion has the deity. That's how it works usually. How the clerics get the priests get their spells, the peoples get their
haven't
guidance.
really seen many people with the spells, right? but it's more of like a way of life, right? It's not about so much as the magics and the power and stuff. In fact, it is quite the principle that the power is not very essential to achieving a sense of freedom and purpose, right? Yeah.
Who's teaching you all this though? Like somebody's got to be spreading the word. and teaching.
Well, it started in the Gravelfoot district. The people were having a hard time, and I don't know exactly when it started, but there's a very nice elf who is in the Gravelfoot district who started spreading the message of the lost and found. Yeah, and so most people hear it, I think, originally from him. I would recommend you go, maybe you go see him and talk to him about this, and just see what he says, and see if you are interested, maybe, in finding the freedom that we had.
What's his name?
His name?
While he's looking up the name, can I make a copy the symbol that's on his horn?
Sure. He's glad to if he like notices you doing. He's like, oh sure, yeah.
He's really good.
Excellent. Good.
Delmariv Stan. Delmariv, Delmirev.
Okay.
His last name is Stan. Stairn. He's just such a great guy, and I really think that you'll be happy with exactly.
Does he give you the tattoo?
No.
How do you get that?
You'll have to talk to him about that, right? You'll see.
Is it ritual combat to the death?
No, of course not.
Okay, well, there are some things I've encountered like that. That's why I asked.
No, there's no fighting, yeah.
Oh, that's good. They just destroy your mind on their own without any fighting?
Destroy your mind?
Well, that's what a lot of religions do.
No, I feel like my mind is more free than it's ever been before.
And your will is your own?
Whose else would it be?
Well, again, I have encountered things in my travels.
Can
Disturbing things.
Would an insight check work? Like, since we knew him previously, like, is his demeanor different, or does he seem
Yeah,
like
roll
he's
insight
being
check.
mind controlled or whatever?
Since I've known him longer, can I?
Ooh, critted.
What's your
Natural 20 plus insight 23.
I don't have to know them longer,
so-
you just have to be brief.
Having now had someone close to you mind controlled, you don't get the impression that he's being mind controlled, but his demeanor is different. What's strange is the way he's talking and the things he's saying seem very positive, and yet even still you get this impression of kind of dreariness about him. Even though the way he's talking is optimistic and uplifting, there's still kind of this, what is it? Is the right word? Pall? Like there's
Yeah.
a pall of kind of gloom surrounding him.
Pallor.
Pallor. There, sure. Go with that.
Pallor.
Yeah. P-A-L-O-R, yeah. Pallor. Or two L's, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm bad at spelling sometimes. Pallor.
Which is where Paul comes from. It's
Right,
the same thing.
that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
One's a shortened version,
Right,
one's a longer,
right.
formal
So
version.
the way you use it is pallor of gloom around him. That's what you would say to use that.
Yep.
Yes.
I've never heard that.
It's like
word.
a cloud, but
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
a sensation.
Or an aura.
Yeah.
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 Oh, sorry.
No.
Man, stretch out. Fine.
What about the
Keep moving,
what was
sorry.
her name? The girl.
Tulin Quince.
Tula Quince.
Tula quit. Yeah.
Tulin Quince.
What's that? Too legit to quit.
Too eloquent to jit.
I want to walk up to her and see how she's doing.
Oh, hey, darling. How you doing?
God,
You had more skin last time I saw you. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. It took me a second.
All right.
Took me a second.
Yeah, I was like, what does he mean? Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah.
You look quite
clang,
confident.
clang.
Let me retcon
Hey,
that.
baby.
Oh, hey. Oh.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's
That was
my
good.
friend.
That was
He's
good. Oh, what happened to you, boy?
he's been through some things. He's what's the local term? Seen some shit, I think is the
You know,
way
Last time, didn't I see you with all that lantern? Is this how this happened?
Nope, still have all
2
the
years later,
lantern
he
oil.
still has
that
it.
kind of is how that happened, although there's more to the story. But yeah,
Yeah, sorry, I was looking for it.
He's
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
he's
Yeah.
I'm a me.
we don't know we're still figuring out what happened to him. But
Well, all right.
he's very strong now.
He was strong before.
Yeah, now he's stronger.
Grr.
Who's our contact that we're looking for? What's his name?
Einar Figelstaff, have you seen him?
I know. Well, he hadn't been in here today, but he has been in pretty recently, you know. What are y'all folks looking for him for, huh?
He's an old friend and has information.
Oh, I remember. He was here last time y'all were here. Probably not a coincidence, I suppose.
Probably not.
No. Well, I'll tell you what. He comes in maybe every other day, so if you were happen to hang around, he could be in tonight, although he was in yesterday. So I imagine you'll probably find him here tomorrow.
All right, well.
I don't right know where he lives, so I couldn't take you there. Of course, no, it might be a little improper. He'd probably
If
want to
you-
hear from him that he actually wants to see you
If you
before I
see
did that.
him, could you tell him that we are in town at his request and would like to talk to him?
Yeah, where y'all staying at?
Here?
Probably here.
All right. Well, you're more than welcome to stay here at the Lonely Horn. We always got a bed for y'all, huh? Right, Sugar?
Are you part of this Lost and Found group as well?
Oh, no, I'm not. I don't like to talk about it because often he's always trying to mouth off about that thing. But I don't have any need for a group like that, right?
Would you
I'm doing just fine on my own with my music and my dance.
would you tell me we have run into several people, and I lower my voice, talking about this lost and found, and between you and me, it kind of creeps me out, and I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've done a lot of good work in the Gravelfoot district. They help feed the poor. They help provide some care and support for the orphans. So I get why you might be skeptical and why I myself am not a fan. They haven't done anything that makes me believe for a moment that they're anything other than a group of people trying to provide a little light and guidance in the world.
Well, that's good then. I just on the road I have run into many cults and fanatics, and it makes me nervous.
Well, I understand that, especially in a place like this. We got a bit of a history in Duncaster, you know, and so I understand the hesitation, of course. But truthfully, I haven't found anything wrong with it. But I don't like to bring it up around off and off, you know.
Yeah.
He gets a little mouthy when you start talking about it. But I'm glad he's found something he feels like he can cling on to, you know.
Well, that's good, and if it gives people hope in these difficult times, hope is helpful.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed yet, but hope is not something that a lot of people here in Duncaster come to naturally as of late.
I was going to ask about that. Even Offenhoff, he talks very happily, but everyone around here seems so, I don't know, sad, depressed,
Yeah.
downtrodden, dejected. Last time we were here, again, no offense, but things weren't great then either. But nobody was this down.
Yeah, honey, I can't rightly tell you exactly what's going on, but I feel it in my bones. Just sorrow and dullness. Seems like it's everybody's emotion, a flavor of choice lately.
That is no way to live.
Well, it's certainly not very good for someone in my profession of entertaining. People don't really care to be entertained when they feel so, down in the dumps.
Actually, have you ever sung anything religious?
No?
Well, I suspect that the Temple of Mistra could use a choir.
Are you trying to recruit me to your religion now? I just told you I'm not taking
No,
part
no,
of
no.
Offenhoff's.
No, I'm not trying to recruit you to anything. I'm trying to take advantage of your considerable talent
Oh, well, I
to
do appreciate that.
lift the spirits of my congregation.
Well, if the coin is right, I'm happy to entertain almost anybody.
And that's my question. How much coin would it cost for you to provide musical accompaniment to some services?
Well, are we talking about a one-time thing or kind of an ongoing gig type of situation?
Let's start with a one-time gig. How much is that?
One-time gig? I don't know. Probably like 4 gold plus tips.
Well, I don't know if you get tips in a church. They do have an offering plate, but I think that goes to the church. Why don't we say 5 gold?
All right. For you, of course.
All right. Give me some time to talk to the priests, and I'll get back to you. I would pay up front, of course.
Well, that's good, because I'd insist on it.
I believe you. That's fine. I'll get back to you. I'll make a note. 5 gold. I think someone of your talents will certainly raise their spirits.
Absolutely. Be a pleasure. Oh, and Tegan, I'm real sorry about your face.
I'm not.
Yeah, you should be.
Get a little kiss.
I
Point to the side that's not burnt.
She takes her hand and she just...
I appreciate you telling him. I've been telling him for weeks, you look terrible, man. He's like, no, I look great, man. Look at me, super
Don't
crazy.
shave anymore.
Maybe just like put some paint or something. I don't know, just something here.
And I just start pulling the skin back. What happens if I...
Okay, I got some drinks to serve, and I'd rather not throw up on this shift.
Man,
On this
why do you do? And then she's walking away. She can hear me. Why do you do that stuff, man? I told you not to do it. Why do you do it? It's weird.
It's like a sunburn. You have to pick at it.
Man, look. All I'm saying is, you need to pick one way. Either you're going to be all full metal guy, or you're going to be all full skin guy.
I'm not ready to give up on my skin.
Then put it back, man. It's creepy.
Okay, so we'll get a room from Hoffenstoff.
Offenhoff?
Yeah, Hoffenstoff.
Offenhoff Birkenstall?
Yep. We're going to get a room.
Okay.
So, Offenhoff, my man, think we will require some rooms.
Just one work.
Just one room.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So for your first night, I give it to you for free because you're old friends.
Oh, you're
But
so
each
good
night
to
after
us.
that is going to be 2 gold. So,
Okay,
That's fine.
that's fine. Done.
all right. Enjoy. We have breakfast in the morning, right? We got some coffee, so it's all
It's
very
an
good.
international breakfast.
What?
It's actually just kind of like gruel,
What did
but
you?
we do have coffee.
What
so.
did you kill for us back when? Was it like, I don't know what's out then? Would it have been like
Deer.
rabbit or deer or like 30 squirrels or a bunch of birds?
10 goddamn good berries. Again! No, I'm joking. I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
Well, I mean, you're the nature guy. I just didn't know, like, okay, well, whatever it is, Dimitri pulls out some questionable meat from his pack and sticks I'm
gonna roll a-
goes over to the fireplace and starts cooking it in the fire.
And I tell you, that's not the meat that he got. That's the meat that I got from the bird guy.
Okay, whatever.
This is how palatable it really is.
Okay.
Oh, 93. So yeah, it's
Okay, it's good
it's
stuff.
actually good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
good
Some tenderloin.
good squirrel, good
Dog.
Squirrel tenderloin.
Orange
yeah, right.
It's like very small.
A couple game birds.
So I want to go to the blacksmith.
Liver.
Okay. We'll actually pick that up next time because it's actually 11 past 11 right now.
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I snuck into the town zoo and just
Kill everybody.
it's so easy to hunt there. They're like just sitting there.
Mercy killing.
No, seriously, why did you ask me to do that?
It's cool.
I thought you were trying to get rid of me. I'm like,
No,
I'm not the person you need to try to get rid of.
no. I just thought.
No, I'm joking.
I just thought, hey, your character has this cool ability in character. You have talked several
Yeah.
times about like, why do we stay in inns? I can make things. I can kill on the road. I was trying to let you be your character and be like,
Yeah.
I was trying to have Dimitri like be influenced by and buy into something like Ketzel's been saying forever.
still have that.
Why are you doing all this?
Yeah.
The
I wrote it
nature
down,
provides
but-
everything,
Okay.
and I was like, great, let me see it.
Yeah.
You know, let me.
Well,
see
I also know that y'all are delicate, but maybe you're less delicate
I
than I
can
thought
believe
if you're eating
that
it
your
the
guy?
way I would
Yeah.
eat it.
It fell off.
I mean, that's
Although you
Yeah.
are putting it into a fire, that's fine. But hey, step
Right.
one.
No big deal.
That's what I'm saying. That's
You
what he's
just
trying
add
to do. Maybe eventually
I'll
he'll
super
eat it
Did you
raw,
print
but
that
so
one?
far
Yeah.
he's
Let me see.
trying.
It looks better detailed.
Well,
than
also, just made a roll because like what I think
That's
is fine
pretty
to
good
eat
detail.
may not, it's
Right,
not bad.
right.
Sometimes
It's one thing to
if
say
you-
like here's a bird that
and
I
this
killed.
is
Otherwise, like
a little risky
here's
because it
some
doesn't always
bark.
work. But
Yeah.
sometimes
Right,
if
you know?
take a heat
Right.
gun, do you have a heat gun?
No.
Okay, you can borrow mine anytime
Which
you
may
want.
not
Got a
have
hair
any
dryer.
poison.
Well,
but it may
heat guns
not
get way
taste
hotter.
good at all.
Or anytime you want to, you can borrow mine. But I like to
Here
I'll
are
heat it
some,
up and
yeah,
then
here's
I'll
some
like
grubs.
Right. There's
kind of
plenty
just
of things you
do it
can
quick,
eat that people
and like
are
all these little straggly bits, it'll
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat this.
shrink them
Okay.
up.
Super nutritious, but
Yeah.
You just got to be careful because if you hold it for too long,
It'll
it'll
melt.
because it gets as hot as the hot end, so it'll
like eat this bark. It's
if you put it on high, it'll melt that.
Yeah.
Eat these grubs, Eat this,
here.
whatever. Yeah, like it's crazy, but I mean.
Going off the air. Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, I just turned mine off.